came to hit but never run. I would take on anyone. I got a feeling that it's just begun. It's my ending call. I got a feeling that it's just begun. It's my ending call. I got a feeling that it's just begun. Hello, can you hear me? I think I'm still
Got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple dickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple dickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes I'm dead. I tell her okay, leave. No Snapchat or back chat, please. What color is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat. G. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Let's go. Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Got a couple dickies chilling in my room. We'll be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your bestie could go and develop a new twerk scene like.
Call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life. I see the clue between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face. Hey, follow me around, okay? Black face. Hey, follow me around, okay? Used to want it bad, used to want it bad, but I can't taste it. I can't help you now, okay? Follow me around, okay? Black face. Follow me around, okay? Follow me around, okay? Black face. Follow me around, okay? Got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said woke up, take a X, and now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest. I do purse, not no cess. They say, Don, it's why you sad. I said, I just need the thing. Red tape, got too close, I hate the city. Black face, show you everything you need till you fornicate it bad. Someone said it, you sad. I used to want it bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times. Yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay? Black face, hey, follow me around, okay? Got too much up on my follow me around, okay?
It's been a road less traveled, all alone. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it. 'Cause I'm out here staying, it's life to my soul. traveled all alone, feeling my body leveled on my own. I think I'm up in heaven, 'cause you were hell. I gave back my freedom, made me well. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it, 'cause I'm out here staying. It's back to my soul. 'Cause lightning and thunderstorms are never stopping me before. This night is never over, not until I leave the floor. So that's the question, baby, I can't ever get enough. So don't you try and stop me dancing till the sun comes up. Rising out the ashes, coming from the ether. All I hear is static. Breathe a little deeper. Fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life. Oh, never let it go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, gonna let it burn. Running through the fire, gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, gonna let it burn. 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 Found me in the darkness. Now they see me shining. Calling me a goddess. Thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster. Making my way back, I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder, because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire, gonna let it burn.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
ESL One DPC Eastern Europe is brought to you by Intel and DHL.
Hi all, I'm Let's Wanna Fly, Andrei Bodorenko. I'm playing position 5 for Team Navi.
Hey, my nickname is Yamich. I'm the position 4 player of Strike team, and that's all.
Hello, I'm Safe, and I'm playing position 4 for VP.
Hello everyone, my name is Yaroslav, nickname is Viposhka, I'm 23 years old.
My nickname is G, I'm playing for Team Extremum, position 5.
Hello guys, I'm Soneka from AS Monaco.
And I'm playing for Dota 2 professional like for 4 years. Also, I'm playing for Team Spirit right now.
Hello guys, I'm Dukalis. I'm playing on position 5 for Team PacChamp.
Hi everyone, my nickname is Ghostic. I'm playing for Team Unique for an offlane.
Fogged, he's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Arrow, oh, it lands right over onto Dream. He just happened to be walking past the eye spot. Still alive, though. So he's gonna get stunned up. Yatoro getting the spin. All right, the follow-up. You know, the overgrowth has already been used now, but Dream, he can't seem to get away. The Starfall comes through, though. Get the kill. Afterlife also next to die. He is going to just get murdered as Immersion also gets murked. Be a little bit of that slow from the defusal. The roll forward, they have the spell shield followed up with a nice stun. The LSA coming through though. I have a little bit more time, and look at these fatal bonds as they go through. They get the kill onto Astral, then take down Crit, and they end up losing Ghost Stick, and they'll end up losing FN as well. Buys them a bit more time. In fact, Palantimos might have gotten a little bit too greedy because they have the stuns. They've got enough. Can they kill him? Yes, they'll be able to find the kill. Just clicking away, throwing the Axis Slayer. He accepted his fate at that point. He knew. Got a full blood threat. No one though.
No one's
going
getting
through the back. They find Afterlife first and foremost. He's got the Aeon disc. Burrow strike off. I can hear Aurora on the back lines. Had to immediately turn it right back around with the Vortex. Everybody's sitting here in this Wukong's command though. Maboshka, he is going to fall. He's going to buy back immediately. Collapse somehow still alive as they use that BKB, but there's fighting going on over on the other side. The Terrorist is not going to actually be able to go off as they're hauled into the brambles. Afterlife trying to run away. He's already used that epicenter, but no one is just getting hunted by Toronto Toki. Just drags him right back in. Nice save though coming out from Sonego. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be able to allow no one to escape? Yes, it is. But Yatoro is just chasing after Dream into the base. He wants this kill. He's got the reincarnation. The axes are getting tossed in. They have the arrow, and they're just running at them, Fogged.
The new DPC represents an opportunity for many players to be able to rewrite their legacy. Many of these players already have a storied history in Dota, but with the DPC, the spotlight is put directly on them to be able to prove themselves. Another fresh week here at ESL One, and another opportunity for such players such as the players on Extremum to be able to show they have what it takes to beat the best. It all happens here at ESL One, powered by Intel.
These are those moments I don't think anybody else is going to forget.
And while we're on the story of legacies, some players choose to be able to keep their story in Dota 2 going by choosing a different route. Instead of continuing to playing, they choose to grace us with their wisdom and their many experiences here on panel. I've got two gentlemen who've chosen that direct path. I've got Kyle as well as BSJ coming on to the show. Gentlemen.
What's up, babe?
Hello, hello, hello. Waving to the fans, Brian. I like it. Don't like that at all, though. You're going to pay for that one, Brian.
Oh, God.
Hey, gentlemen, I actually like the jacket. That's quite nice. I like both of you. You both look very snazzy today.
Thank you.
I see we all chose blue as well. The synergy is actually bumping up a little bit here on the panel.
As long as there's no T-Gov.
Yeah, that's true. He always seems to ruin things, but not today. He's got a day off, fortunately. We were talking about legacies to open up the show. Gentlemen, you two have your own legacy within Dota as players. Kyle, you
still building that legacy.
A little bit more so, right?
Yes, much more so.
Yeah.
Did play against Brian quite a few times over in the NA regional qualifiers, back when he was a pro carry something for Leviathan.
Pro being loosely defined.
What was that map score again?
You always remind me of this. I think I know it better than you at this point. It's like 22-2 or something.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you got two.
You got two?
Was that two in the same series?
No.
Oh.
No.
Condolences.
I remember what happened was the one time I beat EG in a best of 3, we immediately got shellacked on by Complexity the next series. So it was in a qualifier, and it just meant nothing because we were all like so hyped, and then we just got knocked out anyways.
Yeah, we appreciated that though.
Yeah,
taking out EG was quite nice. We did some I think they first picked on Dying and EG.
It was the Necro Veno patch.
Oh,
we did the whole first round Necro Veno and
gross,
and green poisoned them to death or whatever.
Very gross. Well, for some of these players that we're going to be looking at today, they are also trying to write their own legacy, but there's also players who are up and coming, just like you gentlemen once were, long time ago. But we've got some fresh players who are coming in from the lower division. Have you guys watched much of the lower division for Eastern European?
A little bit. I'm pretty good friends with Resolution.
Okay.
He lives like 7 minutes from my house, so we fish.
Once again, another reference to how closely people live to Kyle and his current residence. And
it's part of why I chose Kyiv, man. It's like the esports city. You got like 3 different studios, a whole bunch of pro players. I think we have a couple teams boot camping there, or we did. Yeah. Not to flex. It's a good esports city, though. You should check it out.
I don't know where. Like Kyle honestly could end up wherever. And he would try and sell you that you should move there because it's the place to be right now. Like, everybody should check it out.
To be fair, every place does have a little bit of its own magic to it. Stockholm's great. I'd recommend it here. Just very expensive. I got lunch today for a smoothie, a sandwich, and a coffee. It was almost $40.
That is quite
nice flex that you had a $40 lunch today.
No, it's like 30. I'm exaggerating. But, like, the delivery fee, you always got a tip. But if you tip percentage-based in Sweden, it's like, oh, my God, what am I doing? It's like $5. It's down the street, but I can't get it because I'm supposed to quarantine. It's a whole difficulty.
All right. Well, Brian, hopefully you've taken a look at some of the lower division. We can actually take a look at the standings right now, and that'll give you time to act like you've seen all the games. Of course, Hellraiser is at the top. You've seen that?
I've not seen the games, but I did catch myself up on all the rosters and how everyone's doing, so it's not too much of a surprise. Some impressive players in the lower division that you wouldn't think they would be in there.
Like
on Hellraisers.
Resolution, right? Yeah.
We got 9 Pasha and Dahak on the Prostate Esley. I don't know. I butchered that.
Prost.
Okay, there you go.
I know Prosty is sorry in Russian. I'm not sure what Eastleigh is.
I wanted to comment that the shocker is no techies. They were in the upper division last season. They got, I believe they went 0-7 in the upper division, maybe 1-6. That's the solo captain stack. This is not some no-name random squad. And they are once again 0-2. They got 2-0'd by Bait. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Bait, but they have not had notable success so far. I think they placed 5th or 6th last season in the lower division.
They look a lot stronger on social media than their play. I actually think that Moose, who I believe is doing a lot of the editing and video creation, he might consider suiting up soon because that roster has needed some assistance for a few years now.
Yeah, what's this potential rumor about Dendy moving to 5 position? Have you guys seen this? Is that actually a thing? Do we know?
Possible. I've been, people have been asking him to move to 5 since like 6 months after he got off of Na'Vi. I mean, I love the man. I love Dendy. He's a superhero. He's the face of Dota 2, but it, might be time to demote yourself.
Sometimes it's hard to compete with those Zoomers, man, but he obviously knows a lot about the game, so captaining, shot calling, game plan stuff.
You got to be a 5 for that. It's just that simple. If you look at, No Tail, Kuro, they played carry, they played core roles, but over time, I think the 5 has just developed into this spot. Let me rephrase. If you're the captain, if you're the drafter, you should be 5.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
And I don't think it's like something you should be ashamed of. It's not like he's giving up on mid or anything like that. You don't think of No Tail as like a failed carry player. You just think it's...
Well, I do. He's a failed carry player and a 2-time TI winner.
Well, if I could fail that good, I'd definitely take
I'm
it,
like, I got one of those down. I just got to get the other one down.
You're almost there, Brian.
Well, there is opportunities for all of us here. And let's go ahead. We saw, of course, the standings, but let's take a look at who actually was beating who. We did say earlier that No Techies did lose to Bait, but maybe we can get an opportunity to break down some of the other matches, such as Nemiga is the other team that beat No Techies. Prosti Eastly did beat, or however you said that.
Prosti Eastly.
Prosti Eastly.
Eastly.
They did beat Bait, but Bait actually took a game off of them. So, that's not too bad, right? Especially since we were holding that squad up as having some very talented players on there. And after all, they're 2-0. They may be the team that moves on to the upper division. Any other notable results there?
Yeah, we're just getting a good idea already with, I heard that Empire got 22-0 in terms of kills in one of those 2 games, but yet Team Empire 2-0'd Fantastic 5. Yeah. So, you can't always assume that's how it works, but I'm going to outright say that there's a clear distinction between the top 2 or 3 teams and the bottom 2 or 3.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the case for most Division 2s, but in CIS, Eastern Europe, it's even more pronounced. Also, just texted one of my local friends, Google Translate, and Prosti Eastly actually translates to sorry if.
Oh.
That's it. Just sorry if. So I'd assume you fill in the blank. And
Yeah.
Like, sorry
so
if we...
You get first blood. Sorry if we first blooded you.
Exactly.
Okay. Fair enough.
I like that.
Sorry if we fountain farmed you. Sorry if the game was too hard. Sorry if the game was too easy.
Sorry we picked techies.
It kind of fits in.
Yeah.
Speaking of techies, if you're saying there are tiers to this, Solo's at the very bottom tier when 2 years ago he was top tier.
Well, it's funny how the VP squad, that old legendary team that won, I think that's most majors.
Yeah, they won like 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah, they've won, I think, 4 or 5 total. Just ESLs alone, I think they had like 3 or 4 Mercedes. But you have Solo on No Techies. No one is on Gambit. Ramsey's on Na'Vi now. We'll see him later. 9 Pasha is on the Prosti Eastly we've been talking about. And then Lil is also on Hellraisers. Yeah. And Roger is also on Na'Vi. So they're all still playing, but I don't think anyone would have guessed that Solo would have been the man lowest.
Yeah, usually the captain's the one that keeps it all together. He's the rock. He's the reason why they were being successful in the first place, as long as you put in some high skill cores. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of Secret. Like people cycle through Secret all the time. Secret remains top tier, but those players that cycle out, not necessarily the case for them. In fact, many of them just kind of like fade off to obscurity not long after.
Yeah.
So,
well, what's interesting is that you don't see any of those old VP guys like with a ton of success, right? It's not as if you can say, oh, well, Solo obviously wasn't needed, because together they were a top 3 team world for a couple of years. Apart, you could no one probably on the best team. I guess Ramsey's on Na'Vi perhaps, but they still don't really have any results since that team broke up.
Well, maybe they need to get the band back together in order to be at the top of the upper division, which is the standings we're going to look at right now, because we are not covering the lower division. You can check that out, ESL Dota B stream with Evo Plus and Seek and Strike. Here on this stream, we're covering the upper division, and we've got the standings already. Team Spirit off to a hot start, 2-0, and AS Monaco Gambit, probably the biggest surprise. They were the ones, after all, who ended up going to the Singapore Major. They made roster changes that was supposed to make their teams better, and they're at the bottom, 0-2.
They've had some tough competition so far already. I think the order and in which you play opponents can actually decide a lot about what happens. And sadly, these first whether you deem it sadly or good for the viewership, these first couple weeks can make or break whether or not you're in the running for the major.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Spirit. Don't they have wins against both Gambit and Na'Vi so far?
Yeah.
I mean, that 2-0 means a lot more when you take that into account. Also means that Na'Vi kind of have a must-win scenario. They got 0 points at the major, lost some actually for that late-stage roster change. And I think more so even than the points they're going to lose, you got to think of the karma, the fan cred that's jeopardized because they cut a player a day before roster locks. Like less than 24 hours before it would even have been legal to drop him from the team. And according to, personal statements made by General, they had made a deal 3 weeks before. We're not going to make any changes. Then they did anyway. They did it for Ramses. Then they lost. They keep losing. This is going to look real bad.
I know there's one guy that's rooting against them.
Yes.
At least one.
Yeah, it sounds like a little bit of karmic retribution in play, but that is not the matchup that we're going to be talking about today. As we have Na'Vi versus Extremum today. Na'Vi, who had lost his Spirit earlier, definitely need this win, and Extremum, an opportunity to be able to provide an upset. We'll talk about it more after the break. Two teams with a loss apiece matching up against each other, Na'Vi and Extremum. Na'Vi having lost to Team Spirit in a devastating 0-2 loss, and Extremum, well, they lost to Windstrike, the lower division team that got recently promoted. So neither one is going to be very happy with that week 1. They got to be able to change things here into week 2. Na'Vi, pretty much a must win for them, because if they lose to Extremum, gentlemen, like, are you really going to be going to the second major? I don't know.
Probably not. You're going to have to take a couple series off of teams that are going to be your contenders, because we're not really expecting Extremum to be contending for top 3. No offense to them.
Speaking of that, I mean, we saw the upper division standings. In your head, does anything change? Do you feel like, okay, Team Spirit's now going to be going to the major top 3 just because they've got a good start?
Oh, for sure. I think Spirit are in the driver's seat now. It's just collect the, I don't want to say the free wins, but their competition's going to get weaker as they continue. Maybe you lose to VP, but you win out. You're effectively guaranteed for a tiebreaker, at the very least, for a top 2 spot. Na'Vi, I think, is the squad to watch here, just because they squandered a chance to go to the major and win points. You know, I don't want to name names, but there was a video evidence of them at a birthday party celebrating
not the
their
most responsible thing in the world. Don't worry, Kyle. You're not the only one who will be called out on that. I'll join you on this in saying that there was some irresponsible things being done by many players, and you know,
they don't go to the major.
It's understandable that it's hard to be responsible nonstop, but like, guys, it's a major. It's a life-changing opportunity, perhaps.
Indeed, and I don't know if you'd agree, Brian, but I feel like you can even see when we're watching Upper Division Europe, we're watching Upper Division Eastern Europe, there is a lot more seriousness. I don't see as much giggling. Feels like the teams are taking this with a lot more import, just because this is the TI qualifier. So Na'Vi, if you don't win here, you basically have to win out. Otherwise, you're facing down playing everybody in this division for one spot in a TI qual.
Yeah, and part of that is also the fact that your competition here, like if you don't go and they end up going to the major and they don't do well, nobody gets enough points to be able to go in, then you're kind of in big trouble at that point in time. It may be that no teams from your region end up going if things just end up very weird, right? You would require the first team to not get first again or something like that.
They're almost guaranteed. But
that's true.
Everybody else is still stiff, and you've already just lost to Spirit.
Yeah. So if we're looking at maybe only one other team besides VP heading to TI, then things start getting real sweaty.
It's just for Team Spirit. I think once you beat 2 out of the 3 other contenders, I'd say there's about 4 we're looking at who would likely be the top 3. You're basically secured. but the thing is, like you said, the first or second place can kind of make a difference on whether or not you're directly going to TI based on the major results. So they care for every game, despite most likely going to the major at this point.
And it's not just these D1 teams. Like, I would not want to play in Eastern Europe. The competition is too what's it, flat?
Yeah.
Not like the Earth, but just.
Yeah, the Earth isn't flat.
Nine Pasha stack, the Hellraisers guys, they've been grinding with the same roster now. Like, you don't want to play in this qualifier with like 14 total teams.
There's too many variables, you're saying, right? It's like not all 14 of these teams are going to be fantastic, but a couple of them are going to stand out when it comes to the TI qualifiers.
I mean, look, I want to give some love to NA. They did perform at the major. But if you look at the Division 2 roster, I don't think any of those squads are going to be competing.
I don't know. It looks like there's some pretty solid teams down there.
All right. Before Kyle and BSJ get themselves into a hole here and they have to answer some Reddit threads, let's go ahead and check in with TI Hopefuls Na'Vi as we have V-Tune with an interview.
Rooted into place, the Bedlam comes out, and V-Tune just saunters on.
I started to play Dota at 2013. My friends from school just meet with this game, and I just like it. I think like in the end of school, I just wanted to try myself in this professional Dota 2. My first team was Team Odium. I just got invited. We got better results, but I understood that it's things that I want to do in my life. I like it. I like emotions. I like stress from this. So I just keep playing and trying to be best.
Archer next to fall as well. Yadro just chasing after everyone that he possibly can, but over back on the side. V-Tune does manage to finally get the hit.
When I was invited to Navi, I felt good in this moment because it's really cool. you have responsibility. You have everything to be best player. So you don't need to think about routine things in life. So you just play and getting best. That's all.
Less than 2 years ago is when he ended up, or actually more than 2 years ago, he ended up joining Odium and his path to being a professional player. And now he's sitting on very easily the best opportunity that he's had so far, meaning Na'Vi, a squad that has already proven themselves a bit, being able to get second. Didn't actually go to the major though. So we haven't actually seen exactly what he was talking about, which is he likes the pressure. He likes the competition, the adrenaline that comes with it.
I think it's a bit different when that pressure is you're playing a series that you're expected to win. No one's going to praise you if you do win. We'll be like, okay, business as usual. But if you do lose, suddenly it's a disaster. I don't know how that pressure compares to like a major level pressure.
How about that? You have Ramses coming to join the team, legendary Russian carry, and there's not even a question, I imagine, about shifting V-Tune, cutting V-Tune. I think that if you look at this Na'Vi lineup, what's really elevated them to this conversation, because for a while they were floundering, is V-Tune. He is, I think, like the Eastern version of Nico Baby, where Alliance was kind of lost, and then they get this guy. He's a real carry player. He can win games for you, and then that's the role V-Tune is fit into. He's kind of make or break for how this team succeeds in the future. And also, will Ramses gel?
Was that the nice version of that statement?
What?
Will he gel?
No, that was me trying to fit in a reference to him having shampoo sponsorships.
Okay.
Wait, does he actually?
That was good.
That's unfair. I want a shampoo sponsorship.
But it's also that he doesn't typically, we've all seen the documentary. Ramses, he's a volatile, passionate, depending on whether you're biased or not.
Okay, well, we were talking about, documentary and all that. A team that won't have a documentary, a team that won't have many eyes on them is Extrema. They did okay. Middling performance here for season 1. Expectations here season 2. Expectations against Na'Vi especially.
I think they're capable. I think they're certainly underdogs, but G, experienced leader, and I don't know. I think if they have one or two cute little plans thrown together that may catch Na'Vi off guard, we've seen some crazy stuff so far. I'm giving them like 20%, 30% to take this series.
Kyle, is that a 20, 30%? You agree with that? Bold.
I'd say 10, 15 at best. I think a lot of it's going to come down to draft as it always does, but I just think on the mid matchup, Mellow Jewel versus Iceberg, it's so strongly tilted in Na'Vi's favor. I mean, we should get a side-by-side comparison. Iceberg is yoked. That man is terrifying, inside and out of game.
He was very intimidating just looking at his portrait up there.
Yeah, super nice guy, but he's not somebody you want to mess with in the mid lane.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and focus on a different kind of matchup. It's V-Tune versus Nefrit, and we've actually got Nefrit here for another interview.
Fire with a good bit of damage down, they get the jump over, what's the line, they take down the line, they get the 2 supports.
The game versus V-Strike, we have problem with our drafts, and we didn't play the game we want to play. I think we're not stressed about we lost first game. We're gonna play our best and wanna win our rest games.
They bring him down, Drescher heading in. He's gonna end up visiting himself. Chu comes out with the echoes down. They bring him low. Chu! He's been able to keep control of the fight for Extrema.
In game day, I just try to prepare mentally and focus for my next game. Maybe sometimes I listen to relaxing music before the game, trying to clear my mind and be more focused.
Fully surround him, the link is building up, and there's no help for the troll. Extrema, they're going to hold on.
Nice, pretty strong team. Expect the good game from them. We just see their game versus Spirit, so we have time to prepare for them, and we just play a good Dota.
All right, very laid back, not too much pressure there whatsoever. So we'll just play Dota. We're not too upset about our previous loss. We watched them play against Team Spirit. Maybe they got some ideas. All in all, I felt like I didn't take much from that interview. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it seemed kind of like a non-answer.
Yeah,
for an answer.
Reminded me of BSJ's interviews during his playing career. Didn't want to give anything away.
Yeah, exactly. I was very strategic, very calculated.
All right, well, an interview now with BSJ. Extremum versus Na'Vi. Who's going to take it? Give me a percentage, like you said.
I'm predicting it 2-0 for Na'Vi.
Okay.
There's a 40% chance Extremum takes one game, and a 20% chance they take both games.
20% chance to win this series, Kyle.
Oh, I gotta say, I forgot. Haven't seen these guys play in a little while, but I liked what I saw at an effort.
Okay.
Time our player seems cool, calm, and collected. We'll see. Maybe they got something special.
Kyle will go ahead and ride that fence a little bit longer before he has to decide, because the draft is coming in soon, and that's where I'm going to put him in the hot seat. He's going to have to make a prediction one way or another after the break.
Penning in the clouds, and I'll take it, yeah. Reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out.
I know what all you guys wanted home. You want the talent to stop talking about the upcoming game and show the game. Well, luckily for you, Na'Vi versus Extremum is already underway, and we're going to be showing the draft very shortly. Which, gentlemen, are any early predictions drafting-wise? Anything you picked up from the Eastern European Division?
No.
Okay.
Live Stealer. I want to see some Live Stealer. That's I think he's already gotten nerfed a little bit, but this ungankable safe laner, we saw Liquid win with it on Jug. I think both those heroes are going to become very much more popular, and thus the rise of Slardar, because he counters both of those heroes. That's my prediction as we move forward throughout the DPC.
To Brian, I don't think that the Eastern European meta so far is going to influence too much of what we've seen, because we just had so many high-powered European D1 series play out that almost all went to 3 games. So Grimstroke is an example, I think definitely got bumped up in a lot of people's priority. Beastmaster revealed it's a pick or ban. Snapfire, another one with the synergy with the Slardar or any really
I want to see a Slardar right now. I think Slardar owns Grimstroke all stage of the game.
Yeah. Lena Puck, still gone. Makes sense. Very solid Iceberg heroes. Lena definitely solid after the change to the Fiery Soul duration.
I think it's curious that Na'Vi, they had first pick, and they're the ones to ban Beastmaster. Maybe they just don't want a cheesy win.
Yeah, this is an Extremum special. We saw it all last season where they'd pick it as a 5 as well as a mid. They played it as a mid their first series, and I think they're completely willing to do it either way. I guess that's why they banned the Lena. Makes sense, actually, because Lena does hard counter Death Prophet most stages of the game.
Yeah. All right, let's just go ahead and give it to him. Let's give V-Tune one of his best heroes, PA.
Why PA?
I just want to be sure that this is not a naked PA. We saw one of those yesterday. Did not work out so well at all.
When you mean without steroids, like a mag or something?
You gotta stick something in there. You need a...
Okay, you need to settle down.
You need a mag. You need a... What?
There's a naked PA.
Vocabulary choices.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Look, I'm just saying you can't have an unbuffed PA. It's a hero that takes a long time to get the damage up. You want to have a better timing. Either Battle Fury BKB, Battle Fury Deso, something where it's like that second item, the tide starts to turn.
Slardar.
That works.
The thing about PA, though, is that so far, there's mostly magical damage from Snapfire, and then Death Prophet Exorcism, that goes through evasion. It cannot miss, so he's going to have a tough time tanking up. His Blur already not offering that component of survivability in the mid-game that you would hope for. He might even be able to be killable during a BKB if they get another right clicker.
Brian is the analyst that's probably most knowledgeable about carry offlaner matchups. Was that what you would want? Is Death Prophet as a 3 position against PA? Where would you want this?
Yeah, it'd be fine, but if they get a roaming 4 like a Tusk, Grimstroke plus PA, easy Inkswell target, just needs a little bit of extra oomph to bring her down. So I think as long as you can commit onto the Death Prophet, you're a reasonable safe laner, but none of the safe laners really feel good against it, to be honest. Even though it got some base stat nerfs, Death Prophet's still an insanely strong side laner compared to pretty much every other ranged hero. Most ranged heroes, you think, okay, we get on top of them, they're going to go down, but Death Prophet with the Spirit Siphon, pretty high base stats, tough to take down. Pugna ban. Pugna Grim has been coming up a lot so far in the DPC.
And that's the combination I'm surprised we didn't see more use after OG just crushed with it, TI. Double decrep to massive magic damage. I missed the Dagon Pugna build. Everybody's just rushing Octarine Core, which I understand for the CDR.
That's just so tanky.
Yeah.
Do you spell lifesteal from your allies? Like if you're sucking your ally, do you lifesteal off that?
What?
No.
No, I was curious.
No. You're not dealing damage.
I was just curious. I have no idea how these interactions work. Does that matter on any other hero? I don't think so.
Not sure. I also think the spell damage increases the rate of healing and also the damage you take.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, does Oracle hit his ally for more damage if he has, like, a Kaya?
I don't think so. But he might. I don't know.
Where's Purge when you need him?
Yeah, well, exactly.
The PA. So we need a steroid. Magnus, Slardar is what you were saying. What other ones that are pretty nice to have?
Even something, I don't know if it's appropriate here, but even an ET is kind of nice because you get the potential to just crit somebody to death when they unsuspectingly go from 30 armor on some agility hero to 0.
You also need some early tower pressure, though, because they've already got it representing the Death Prophet, and PA does zilch in that department. I guess Pugna would be even nicer for that reason.
It's taking a long time, the second ban phase. A lot of discussion. These teams, I don't know how well they would know each other. To my knowledge, scrimming is effectively Western Europe playing against Eastern Europe so that nothing is revealed to those within their region. But so far, both squads on script.
I would love to know the overall score between the regional matchups, you know? Somebody just had it all on a document. All right, well, our final bans here. I wonder if Extreme, I'm part of the reason they are taking so much time, if they're still deciding if this Death Prophet is core or support. I personally hope that it's core, just because I prefer Snapfire as a 5 position right now.
Definitely.
Yeah, Little Shredder is the prime ability this patch, and it does not clear waves, so it does not make Snap a good 4 or 3.
Yep, the Ags is kind of cool, but I think it's about it with it. Yeah, I really just like seeing the Shredder plus the Cookie. It's so much damage.
Another physical damage dealer that ignores evasion. Mars with the God's Rebuke.
Really nice with Death Prophet as well. Some area control. TP runs in. Get Ghosts going.
Slaughter's looking nice.
Looking very nice. Maybe you can get away with 4th picking it, though. Take your 4 position.
Yeah, I think
here.
you'd prefer to wait. Got to be concerned about potential, like, Troll Warlords in the carry role.
Oh, it's a nice Phoenix game for Always Want to Fly if they want to put Roger on the Grim.
Would that be a bit too greedy in the safe lane, perhaps? I really think they need a roamer. I think Tusk comes to mind. Oh, okay. That's okay as a roamer, but I don't like this very much, to be honest. Just because
break mechanic, maybe? For
no, it doesn't break anymore.
Yeah.
That's correct, Brian.
He was testing me. Nick suffers the same stuff as PA. Kind of mid-game damage issues, unless you have somebody else to deal it for you, and if the opponent just balls up as 5, you can't really do much about it.
It is one of the best, like, carefree counters to Snapfire, right?
That is true.
Also, I just realized Extreme One looked like they're boot camping. They weren't last season. Good for them.
Yeah, I would have maybe liked Rubik more if your goal was to counter the Snapfire. Rubik can reliably steal the ultimate, pretty much just a better version of any Snapfire spell, but it also gives you a little bit of synergy with the Grimstroke, a little bit of tower defense.
Nice pick.
With the Fade Bolt.
This just...
A lot of squishies.
And if this is a mid-tiny, which it very well could be...
I'm down for that.
It becomes a very hard game for PA.
It's looking to me like mid-tiny, 4 Snapfire with the Mars, and then the G Death Prophet.
Yeah. I really like mid-tiny right now. It just seems incredibly powerful. You get so much survivability thanks to your ultimate, high burst, and you can continue to scale. And you're capable of buying, you know, really whatever utility plus items your team needs. I've seen the Shivas. You can go Ags, which is its own weird ice frog. I don't know what lab you thought that one up in, but the AC timing can also be pretty strong. Darkseer is nice. It's sort of a steroid for PA, where you at least can take early fights.
Yeah. I think they had to ban Morph here. Morph's like way too good against Navi's lineup, I think.
Yeah. And also Extreme One will have overall last pick. Because this can still be, you know, Death Prophet 1 or 3, tiny Snapfire supports, could be Snap mid. Realistically, they're likely going to just last pick carry. And they see the matchup. It's Darkseer, Nyx Assassin, so. Troll, banned out. That's probably your best pick in this spot for Extreme One.
I really think Morph's their best pick. I'd be unless they just don't play it, or if they think the Nyx mana burn's good enough. But usually you go Lincolns nowadays. They ban out one of the best Ion Shell carriers in the game, the Ember Spirit.
Another Iceberg special. Storm's still in the pool, though. I think he might be thinking about it, knowing our guy. My concern is, to your point, they don't have that tower push that you were looking for to partner with the PA. So right now, your structure damage is going to be built around 5-man rotations, multiple kills with an Ion Shell, and then 4 heroes right-clicking a tower to death. Not incredibly reliable.
Yeah, I can just tell, coming from a North American perspective, that usually like this draft is just something I wouldn't see, and that's not because I'm flaming it. It's just that it's so
too
different.
complex.
Yeah, it's too. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm saying it's
Where's
just,
the Witch Doctor? Where's
it's all
Medusa?
about kills, man. It's all about kills. That's all their lineup does right now. Nyx, Darkseer, PA, Grim, ultra low cooldown, run around the map hunting heroes. There's really no rapid wave clear other than the Darkseer Ion Shell, and you don't have any tower push, so there's no other way to win the game. And that's fine. Just got to stick to it, all in that idea. They are very cooldown dependent on Extremum, so Na'Vi is well geared up to punish that, as they have absolutely no timers here. Yeah, you have like the wall, but you just don't need it, right? You don't need any of these cooldowns to fight.
Well, we'll see what Na'Vi does end up banning, but if they don't ban the Morphling and they're thinking the same way you are, BSJ, it could be they're challenging Nefrit to take it, because he has only played 7 games of Morphling in his career.
Oh.
28% win rate.
Yikes.
It's not great. Not great.
I honestly still wouldn't mind if they pick Jug on Extremum, even though it's not the best matchup against PA. It's really nice against the two supports and offlaner do absolutely nothing to you. And you also group up with your team really well with the healing ward and everything.
His preferred heroes that are still out there: Lifestealer, Phantom Lancer, not a good game for that either. Gyrocopter, but he hasn't played it in a really long time. Juggernaut, Monkey King.
Yeah, PL's nigh unpickable into Darkseer. That matchup's really bad.
Yeah, Viper's a nice ban. It would have been really tough to deal with. Suddenly, your Mars and your Tiny feel real bad. You're probably losing your mid lane. Team fight gets a lot tougher. Ooh.
I just got done playing against Iceberg's Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
Quite a good Wind Ranger. He's practicing it. I can promise you guys he played it 3 hours ago.
He's definitely added it to his repertoire recently because his hero pool just keeps getting targeted. Only 5 of the 7 bans used on Iceberg heroes.
Yeah, he goes Javelin, BKB, MKB. That seems to be the build with the buff up to MKB.
It can be weird against Mars though, right? You just toggle Bulwark and...
Yeah, that's why you have to have the MKB though, right? Because the MKB magic procs aren't reduced by Bulwark's passive.
Morphling still a possibility, but it's scarier.
Ursa.
I hate that
on the list.
Into 2 sources of evasion?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's PA. I would say PA Ursa's like 80% PA favorite too.
Man.
I hate that match.
Legitimately think that Na'Vi looked at his hero pool, said, these are the only heroes we have to worry about.
PA is good against almost all of them.
They left Phantom Lancer. We got Darkseer. They left Lifestealer, Ursa, all these heroes. They're like, we've got a lineup that beats all of his heroes right now.
Yeah, I actually believe that. If they're planning on targeting Nefrit's hero pool specifically, that's a narrative I can believe, based on what I'm seeing so far. The fact that he just picked Ursa and the PA Wind Ranger, that says a lot about his hero pool.
What do you even do? He needs like 4 items now to win this game. MKB's no more Rapier timing, so you need Battle Fury, BKB, MKB before you can actually kill either of the enemy cores and your overall last pick.
And Nyx is pretty good against you too. I hate that last pick. I was actually rooting for Extremum's draft up until that point.
I gotta go, but
Kyle's gotta go.
You guys can wrap this one up. I think Brian will say what I would say.
Yeah, considering the disgusted look on Kyle's face when he saw that pick, I'm pretty sure Brian, he's just all in, going for Na'Vi. You feeling the same way?
Yeah, Kyle knows full well I've only got about 3 or 4 heroes that I can confidently play, and Ursa's one of them, and I would never want to play it in this game. So
all right, well, all eyes on Nefrit here as he's going to have to take a hero that he does have an above-average win rate with it, but he's certainly going to need a way above-average performance to be able to win this game against Na'Vi. Let's go ahead and check out the game itself with Odie Pixel and Kyle.
Thank you very much, Cap. Yes, game 1, and excited to see if Nefrit can make it work. As we heard on the panel and from yourself, Kyle, big doubts about the Ursa pick. I mean, outside of the Ursa, though, would you not say that Extremum's got some sort of other good things going for them that could cause issues for Na'Vi's heroes?
Yeah, maybe.
They got like a tiny. These heroes, they can blow up some of the cores, right, on Na'Vi, or do you just? What is it that you just don't see happening from Extreme.
This is the equivalent of, you know, you get that scholarship to a good 4-year university, you get all the way to senior year, and you decide, you know what, I'm not going to go to any of my finals, I'm just going to run naked through the quad and throw a brick through the dean's window, okay? That's what this did to this draft. It's hard to look at what preceded it and see it as a success because the finishing was just not there. I
mean,
you gotta have.
What is it that you just don't see ever happening in this game for Extremum that for you, from your perspective, makes it look pretty darn hard for Extremum to get a win here with this lineup?
Well, it's just that the matchups don't favor them. You have now to really just rely on the Mars plus the support combo. You drop the arena, and then all this magic damage from the 4 and 5 come in. Yeah, that's pretty solid, but Na'Vi can play so fast. It's so much easier for them to make plays. The PA has a really easily to understand just item progression. And I think Iceberg's just going to run away with it. Like, this man's going to smash.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at sort of the lane matchups, there's nothing that's going to be tough for Na'Vi in that sense either.
30 seconds to battle.
I could see maybe the Darkseer lane suffering. You got to figure you knew what you were getting into with this Ursa pick. There's a Death Prophet with him, so maybe they're just gonna crush this Ramses Darkseer. I mean, it's not a hero we've probably seen him play ever.
Sure.
I think he might have done it once or twice actually on EG, but not a hero we would place with Ramses, considering his legacy.
And it would definitely be something to watch because in the other games, in the last series we saw from Na'Vi, Ramses did definitely have 2 games that he struggled in.
Mm-hmm. And in this case, he's set up for a little more success. I think that, realistically, they're just going to pull the creep wave, mess with mechanics, and eventually just farm camps plus waves. But could be challenging. Never know. But the Ramses and Roger this odd bedfellows. Let me tell you, I did not think we would see these guys together again after that VP squad disintegrated a couple of years back. Maybe this top lane too. Snapfire, Mars. BSJ has been very adamant that the little shredder is quite nice. Physical damage as well. Oh my god.
Oh no. Nefrit. I mean, he won't die, but it's... Yeah, you're seeing the potential there. It's not a lovely lane at all for him to play into. 1 stun and just sort of the time passing with these iron shells beating into him. It's a tricky place for the pair to be.
Yeah, it's a really nice job by Roger. Just grabbing the creep wave. Blocks the pull. And now they can just ignore the Ursa. You farm under tower. We're going to get our lane control, no problem.
And you don't sort of see this as a lane where sort of the support DP can do much to make it any easier or stop Na'Vi from being able to make these pulls and get the free farm for Ramses?
I think you're just going to trade. There's not too much craziness that can occur. If it was something like a Morphling like Brian wanted, I think this would have been a lot more impactful to the overall game state, because Morph with a couple Wraith Bands, he can get ahead and just straight up hard farm, hard deny. Mid matchup, relatively even so far. I just realized I didn't really fathom just how much armor Tiny gets from his ultimate. 12, 18, 24 was the change in the last patch. No wonder we keep seeing it. That is so much damage reduction. Every point of armor represents 5% more HP, EHP against physical damage. So you're just absurdly tanky.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some regions.
Plus the damage.
I believe South America, some of the teams, running it as a carry. They're saying this hero is good enough to do so in that sense. Have it that far up in the priority. Bottom lane, Roger, not going to quite go down.
Well, it's also, with runes being so plentiful mid, like all Tiny ever suffered from was typically just running out of mana. Use a combo, then your SOL. Whereas now, there's so many water runes.
Yeah, you're always going to have combos to go and to sort of threaten the enemy mid.
Yeah. So far, just very, very relaxing game. Very chill. No couriers dead. No one getting super low.
I mean, who's going to be the first to die in this sort of game? Well, as you said, it's been pretty passive so far. I mean, where's the mistake going to be made?
I think either Always Wanna Fly is going to die up top, or Nefrit is going to die down bottom. We'll see.
You don't see anything happening in between these two mids, Mellow and Iceberg?
Nah, they're
not really
just having fun.
Yeah. Continuing to get a pretty much even trade down mid. Top. Got the burst onto V-Tune, but always want to fly. I'll be there for him to jump safely over to. Salve still in the lane. So V-Tune's going to be fine.
It's so much minus armor. 5 from the little shredder. Then the Blightstone make it 7. You take a spear and a rebuke to the face. As you can see, that's at least a salve worth of damage for V-Tune.
Bottom. Oh, it's going to be fine. They've still got probably their last salve. Top lane, always want to fly. He is indeed going to be the first blood. Extremen will take him down. V-Tune, see if he can get Chu in return. Well, they will. Chu trying to salve up between the hits, but not enough health being regen by that. So get the trade. First blood for Extremum, but V-Tune in return is able to get a solo kill. Get
I think
that solo XP.
You love this if you're Na'Vi. You can already see V-Tune just buying a whole bunch of items, some regen. Yeah. They always want to fly. Thank you for your sacrifice. I'll take that bonus gold. Now be my walking courier, please. Well, teleporting courier. Bottom. Ramses.
Still got the surge, so he will be fine.
They're doing really well down bottom, though. Forcing at least 2 salves and a full set of tangos from Nefrit already. Even in CS.
Yeah, I mean, so far as well, it's just all 6 cores having a decent time. Nobody is struggling.
The thing that concerns me about this Na'Vi lineup is... Oh, hang on. Maybe the election. No. It's not a bad draft by any means, but it's just not really complex. You know, when we watch some of the squads of the Western European, like OG, Nigma, Liquid, Alliance, like they all come in, and you're like, okay, the sum of these parts is stronger than the individual heroes. Na'Vi, it's pretty much just, okay, survive lanes, and then Wind Ranger PA will kill stuff. But there's no huge power spike. The team fight is kind of just, you know, vac into maybe a Nick stun, but I don't think that that's going to be something realistic. Well, we'll just see. Tiny's off to a great lead, though. 37-4 against the 30-2.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Pretty much every CS.
It's nearly going to have the phase boots. I mean, as sort of a tiny mid, you know, what's the plan? Are you still sticking around this area farming your item after the phase, or do you get the phase and you start making, you know, sort of the run towards the cores in the side lanes and get involved there?
I think you can consider making some moves for sure. A power rune would be excellent. Yeah. We're going to see them spawn first round in 10 seconds.
Now bringing Chu over as well to have an extra shot at maybe even finding something mid. Fortune does favour Melo here. And it's just going to be a regen. So not the active rune that he would have hoped for. Iceberg not able to commit onto Chu.
Ooh, yeah, Melo dual TP.
A short TP there from what the rune to the tower.
Making sure Chu lives. Shavash also spent some time on Na'Vi, didn't he?
He did, I believe, back in the around sort of what, like the Zayats days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that team. Everybody, you know,
a lot of CS players.
A lot of Na'Vi players and veterans.
A lot of Na'Vi squads. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just because it's always been that org that's always been there, right? There's never not been a Na'Vi. There's always been a Na'Vi.
Yeah. It was the same back when I was still playing with Complexity. I think at a point there's like 60 or 70 players that have said like, I've played for Cole.
See top Melo. He is trying to make these moves, but a little too tricky up top. Inkswell on the creep wave, and he can't pass it. So always want to fly able to keep he and V-Tune safe on this top lane.
Bit of an awkward move. Would not have expected. He's abandoned bottom. Don't really think we're going to get much of a tower push going up here either.
See bottom trying to get aggressive. Some good body blocks onto G. The vacuum as well, G. Yeah, the siphons aren't going to be enough to outdo the damage coming out from these iron shells. Might even be able to dive in onto Nefrit. Good stun from Roger. Will clip him. As Nefrit, he's got to try and fight his way out of it. He's going to manage to hit the 6 off that creep. Turns towards Roger, but Roger's got the spike carapace. And Roger's away. Nefrit's still alive. But they're ready to dive in for more, maybe. Ramses and Roger, they'll turn towards Chu. More TP's coming in, and they need to. They've got to protect the Ursa. As Nefrit's able to turn, take down Roger. Ramses on the way out as G comes back over.
I think Ramses might be accepting death here. He has no TP, but he's going to get as much farm as he possibly can.
He's just a level 1 nuke, though, so he's going to need a fair few right clicks in. And he's going to have Surge. I think he's fine. He's going to have Surge in a second. He's going to be able to run this, yeah.
They get top tower as well, but half damage onto the mid tower by Iceberg, who's just been free farming here whilst the Tiny was MIA top lane. Very strange rotation though, because the Mars lane, Shachlo was doing great, but then you bring the Tiny there. It's one of those scenarios where I actually think taking the safe lane tower too early hurts you, because now top is unsafe for Shachlo, and Vtoon will just be able to farm more creeps. Like now the wave gets even closer to his jungle. That's where he'll take it. He'll push 2 or 3, power push it, and then back to the woods.
That's true. Because what otherwise you would imagine Vtoon would have been in a position where he would have been forced to the jungle, but he wouldn't have had this luxury of this this tier 2 creep meat tower.
Yeah, you can't actually keep him off creeps now, and you're forced out of the lane. So okay.
I mean, if you use this to make these sort of moves, but it's a hard move to make.
Yeah.
I mean, Vtoon, he's just ready to turn. He's straining onto Chu. Chu's gone.
See what I mean?
Yeah, like, it feels awkward now, right, this top side of the map, because
he's not even pushing the lane yet. He's like, oh, that's fine. I'll get my 8 creeps a minute. That's okay with me. I'll just keep it right here. So even though he was losing the lane and against an overleveled offlaner, now he's just free farming much like the Ursa. Oh, hang on. I spoke too soon.
This time he should have him with the damage. Oh, the tree. Yeah, he's got him. Nicely done there by Mello. Will manage to get back in, take him down. He's going to lose his life for it, though. Iceberg coming in with the setup from Always Wanna Fly. They'll take down Mello in return. So Navi's still able to come out on top of that trade.
But another missed cookie.
Can they get Roger? They've got the slow.
Surge in a second. One more hit.
Oh, actually got the stun in the vacuum. They're going to try and turn on to Nefret. Nefret's gone. Vtoon actually the one to be able to TP in and get the kill for himself. Very nice move there from Vtoon as he's in. The classic carry turning up at the last moment to get that last hit in. And look at this wraparound from Always Wanna Fly and Iceberg. Chu and Shashlo. They're going to be in a whole world of trouble here. Arena is going to get dropped down, and actually that's going to allow them to step onto the side. Chu will still be caught by the AoE as he falls. Vtoon coming in onto Shashlo as he and Iceberg trying to chase him down. Roger coming in from the side, has the setup onto Mellows. The Tiny will go as 3 dead on Extrema. G also going to be chased as Na'Vi get kill after kill after kill after kill. A 4th one in a row there, and getting Vtoon fully involved in all of this action.
Yeah, and a large part of this is straight up just the missed rotation. Well, missed movement, right? Shachlo left top lane, tower died about 8 minutes into the game. The first time he uses Arena is right there. For 2.5 minutes, your strongest hero on map of Extremum is just kind of running around without a place. You don't want to see him farming woods ever, and that's what he really just had to do. Now you're in a scenario, the entire laning phase is broke down. Sure, you killed Vtoon, but you lost your Tiny, and you know the way PA works, deaths later in the game are where it punishes him. When he has the Battle Fury, when you're taking more gold out of his farming pattern. If he dies and then immediately can TP bottom and get active, that's the dream for Vtoon. Tiny also needs a blink ASAP, and he once again has died. Top, and now boom, yeah, you get the kill. It doesn't matter, though, because this hero does not scale the same way.
Sure, well, you feel like the Tiny mid, even though he's getting these kills, if he's dying, like if it's straight sort of him throwing away his life to get something, it's not great. I mean, he's having a giggle here, Iceberg.
Yeah. Tiny, you want level 10, max combo, and blink ASAP, because it is guaranteed kills. Roger, Vtoon, even Iceberg. They might just straight up die in a combo, especially if there's some sort of assistance, any other spell. But now that it's delayed so much, it's going to get harder and harder, and you just don't farm, right? This Blink Dagger does not increase your farm speed whatsoever. It's solely about positioning, finding kills. But, you know, this mid tower is untouched almost on the side of Na'Vi. So you got to smoke, you got to try and make these plays, but Na'Vi are chilling. They got Vtoon, the superstar, playing the hardest carry in this game, as Brian was adamant about. You hate playing Ursa.
There we go, though.
Nice shoot. Have a Battle Fury by 15 minutes.
Now, this little sentry putting a complete stop to this. Mello can't quite get the initiation.
Yeah. Tell you, man, this top lane, that top lane push and rotation.
You're not a fan?
I don't mean to harp on it because it seems innocent enough, but when you bring your mid to kill a tower that doesn't have actual game impact without a real plan, you know, if it's a different kind of carry, if this is a Weaver maybe,
a Morphling, maybe even a Spec. Some hero that can actually farm top and take that space. That's one thing. But if your strategy is to kill the tower and then move your Mars out without a definitive play to make, if you collapse on mid tower, sure, I'm cool with that. But that's the reason you kill that tower.
All right, we go mid. Looking for the setup onto Iceberg. They're going to have the damage. Arena down with the kisses. Iceberg doesn't stand a chance there against the 4 of them, and now they'll move up with the ghosts.
If they did this 4 minutes ago, I'd be thrilled. Now, it's a little tough. Na'Vi look ready to defend.
Yeah, Roger. Maybe looking for the setup. See if they want to make some sort of commitment here onto Extrema. There we go, the Battle Fury timing done. 13 minutes on V-Tune. And now they're going to look for the lead in Inkswell. As Roger's able to easily set up straight away onto the milestone. Comes out, Cookie over to the side. Shastro pops the stick. Shastro's still alive here, but V-Tune jumps in straight on top of him, takes him out. Now turns over towards GG. Will be healed up by the Exorcism. The slow won't quite connect, so G will manage to step back. Only losing the 1 there, Extrema.
Nice job, though. They defend the tower. Well done. And the timing for Na'Vi. I said, oof. They have Ags on Darkseer at 500 gold. There's a Battle Fury. Look at the size of that Ancient stack.
Yeah, look at these Ancients. It's going to be a juicy one here for V-Tune when he wants to clean that up.
How many is that? 4 stacks? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 stacks. Smiley face. Hell yeah. That's any carry player's dream.
And they might just get a tower out of this as well, Na'Vi. As Ramsey's starting to keep the pressure on to this bottom tier 1 tower, also bringing back over Roger. In fact, the full 5-man of Na'Vi starting to head over towards this position. Doesn't look like Extrema will give them the opportunity of a fight, though. They themselves still eyeing up finishing off this mid-tier 1 tower. And this time round with Na'Vi down bottom, they'll have a better shot of finishing this off. As indeed, Melo's able to take it. And the question is if they can try and maybe get up here and do something about this big old stack of Ancients. It's not going to be easy.
I don't think it's possible, unfortunately. Yeah, Brian was right. Also, it's Javelin into BKB on Iceberg, it appears. Probably just an MKB straight after. They're thinking about doing something on Extrema here, but, you're just not trading too effectively. As this occurs, V-Tune's taking that quad Ancient stack unopposed.
Nefra's still farming very well. He's level with V-Tune. This Ursa, he's making progression, but your concern is in this sort of a game, the Ursa just needs so much more to match what the PA is going to achieve in the fights.
Exactly. It's just because there isn't really a great target. You're reliant on other heroes on your team to find kills. So yeah, that BKB timing will be formidable.
Yeah.
But you're not going to do too much damage to either the 1 or 2 Na'Vi because the evasion that's built in. The Darkseer of Ramses can just run away from you. You need the Mars Arena. Meanwhile, a BKB PA, your team can't touch him, and suddenly he's leaping directly on top of your support duo.
So down bottom, Melo. Gonna find the catch on V-Tune. V-Tune able to jump over to the side. Iceberg, he's gonna come charging in straight away onto the Tiny. They're gonna bring down Melo on the side. Rogers also managed to get himself on top of Chu. As Chu will go down, Melo is able to get a toss off to the side. Chu actually still alive here, finally falls here to the damage of Ramses, as Melo was actually able to make it out of there. With Na'Vi having to head back and commit more to actually kill the Snapfire. So Melo will survive.
Yeah, meanwhile, Nefrit's making, he's got some space off of this. He's quite...
He's doing well. Like, he couldn't be doing any better right now in terms of how, how well he's farming. Keeping right level with V-Tune. And I mean, at what sort of point do you sort of have to say, all right, this Ursa is actually going to be something that Na'Vi had to be pretty scared of in the fight? Is it just when he has the MKB after the BKB?
Yeah. Well, first off, he's going to need... okay, Roger. He's going to need a BKB. They're going to need to win a fight off of it. And then he gets that half item or so ahead of the PA. They hit his timing, and then they go for him. Oof, man, they have not landed these cookies. They will land the
Looking like a pretty dead Roger, though, here.
Very dead. Below so much damage.
Nefrit actually still actually be the one to get the last hit on that, despite the big burst coming out from the God's Rebuke. So some more money for the bear. Nice balance here, Philosopher's Stone for both team.
BKB soon to be completed on Iceberg and V-Tune. Iceberg's much closer. That'll be the big timing. I think Roche, yeah, Extremum are thinking about it. You got a lot of minus armor, you have an Ursa. I think you want to take this before the BKBs of Na'Vi come out, because then all of a sudden
this
much
is
more difficult.
It's a nice move here from Extremum. But they're scared. They're scared. They don't want to commit. They see Na'Vi, I believe, smoked up underneath that mid ward.
Gotta be careful. Iceberg is BKB, so a Yules into Spear will be devastatingly bad for Extremum. He'll BKB it, and they'll be in some big trouble if there's a turnaround.
Middle tower is under attack.
No, but this, you know, if Extremum can get one, I mean, probably 2 kills, like, they'll have the chance to head into the pit and take it. They've just got to come out on top of a team fight first. And that one team fight would be, you know, if they get a team fight victory, that'll be more than enough for the Roshan to be theirs.
We'll find out. I really think Extreme could have thought about it, but they're just... the Wind Ranger able to freely scout the Roche pit with the power shot, and the threat of a Darkseer in the pit, gotta be spooky. That Ags on Darkseer also, keep in mind, everybody. Extra health to all allies, longer duration, so we can just throw it on V-Tune and feel content that for pretty much the entire fight, he'll be good to go.
Na'Vi has now managed to push Extremum right back away from this Roshan area.
Oh, whoa, V-Tune has a BKB as well. Yeah, Na'Vi, you can't fight anymore. This is the big question mark. Yeah, you've got one on Ursa. This could be a great time. The V-Tune TP'd bottom. I think they saw it. So if you take a 4-on-5.
Yeah, without V-Tune.
Yeah.
This is going to be a pretty big move.
This is it.
Yeah.
Iceberg.
There we go, Mello. He's going to be able to get the jump to start things onto Iceberg. Iceberg pops the BKB. He's going to look to turn straight away over towards the Tiny, committing onto Mello with a focus fire. They'll take down Mello as the Tiny will fall. Back over towards the Roche pit. Chu's got his eyes on Always Want to Fly. Nefrit trying to chase Roger, but Roger turns with a stun. Iceberg's able to lie down the shackle onto the 2. There's no follow damage though. Iceberg having to run for now. Chu's going to be able to slow him with a scatter blast. And he's away. So a lot of chaos. Only one person dying. That is just Mello, but of course time has been brought for V-Tune to get himself involved. In he goes with the BKB, turns towards Chu, takes down the Snapfire. Now he's looking towards Nefrit. Nefrit popping the ult, trying to get away. V-Tune turns his attention over towards Shashlo instead. As they have the catch, they'll manage to add 2 more kills on top of that of the Tiny. As Na'Vi, more than enough time to bring in the PA and take down 3.
You can see, I mean... BKB popped by Nefrit. He's like, Iceberg's like, okay, and Nefrit does what Nate Robinson should have done and just ran away from the fight, because that was not going to end well for him. You can't hit a PA. You need the evasion, Pierce.
It's so tough for the Bear. I mean, as you said from the draft as the last pick, it's just going to be a very hard game for Nefrit, even if he's having as good of a farm as he is right now. Is still opting to go towards the Blink Dagger. I mean, is that still okay here, or would you rather him just go for the MKB so he would be a threat if he gets jumped? Or do you, because the Blink, of course, is gonna speed up his ability to continue to farm at a pace that will keep on track and probably even ahead of V-Tune if he's able to blink around the map a bit easier, and will allow him to jump onto some of the backliners of Na'Vi.
You've got offense, though. I mean, you've got the Yules on Mars, Blink on Tiny. That's got to be your initiation. You need damage. You need to be able to actually hit people in the face.
They're having a great time in RV. Look at these smiles.
One of the more emotional teams, not just this region, but the world. So when they're feeling themselves, you should be afraid. That is not the mindset you want to have Na'Vi in as they play against you. Chu is very dead.
Yeah, Chu's been found. So if they can catch G as well, they've got the slows. G will turn with the silence, but he doesn't catch Iceberg as Iceberg leans in with the shackle, chasing him down. 2 more kills for the mid-Wind Ranger as 18-7. A 4K lead starting to grow here for Na'Vi.
Thinking about Roshan now. Looks like that will be the answer. Soon to have a Deso on the PA. Like, this game just doesn't get any easier, and this is the last time I promise, Owen, with that rotation top. Look at the net worth of the Tiny. Big part of that is he abandoned the mid lane to kill an objective that ultimately didn't really help them in the game. Shashlo as well, sort of suffering due to the lack of a place to go. And V-Tune's like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. I'll farm. That's cool. This was the plan all along.
Blink done for Nefrit. So next up it has to be the MKB, right?
Yeah.
There's
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
As you say. So if he can get the MKB, and then I guess after that he'll still go back for like the Basher, then there's a chance. You know, he gets in with the swipes on one of these cores. Maybe Nefrit can do it here on the Bear, but he's still a whole item away from that circumstance. As Mellow, he's been found trying to hit some of the creeps here. He tries to TP out. They have the damage.
Really well played, man. Roger has been absolutely everywhere this game. So many setups.
No, it's been a solid game, and as I said, you know, we did see before Ramses having a rough couple of ones. This game, he is doing just fine. Has he died at all, Ramses? He hasn't this game. 4-0-10, fitting in perfectly in this match. On top G, looking pretty dead here. Oh, the cookie actually might save him. Yeah, gets him out far enough. Roger and Ramses, though, still looking for the wraparound, and they've got the snipe there from Iceberg. Power shot finishes him off. It's 20-7. Na'Vi really ramping things up. They're on to the tier 2s now. And Extremum, I mean, just buying time. They're buying time for the Bear, for Nefrit, to get that MKB done on top of the Blink Dagger. Until that's there, I don't think we'll be seeing them try and have a fight. And what sort of progress is he making on it? I mean, of course, it's still going to take a lot of time. It's still going to take a lot of time for him.
It's a tough game, Owen. Credit to Na'Vi. I think their lineup's just purely better, but...
And you said, well, you like the draft. Man. You feel that the draft just sort of really messed with what Nefrit had as an opportunity to take this game? Or?
Yeah, you can't pick Ursa here. Yeah. It just ruins your whole game. Your carry is not a real carry. He needs too many items, and Na'Vi's PA is online, and Ursa, unfortunately... Yeah, that's you signed up for that. You knew what you were getting into.
And of course, there's 70 seconds. Very painful for Extremum. Without the Ursa farming, there's no progress towards that sort of point where maybe they'd have a call that's able to fight back. Shashlo in the mid, getting jumped. Buy himself a bit of time with the Yules. Continue to run, but immediately dragged back into the crit of V-Tune.
They can just play so aggressive because they have no fear whatsoever. If BKBs are off cooldown, you just can't touch them. And yeah, that's a heat map to be proud of. Look at that. He's
been everywhere, Roger.
Taking territory all game long with no deaths. You know, credit to G. I'm a big fan of his Death Prophet, but I don't know if this is it.
Oh, easy.
Count that as a win. The Holy Locket.
All right, he's got the heals ready to go. Mech and the Locket, he can get someone pretty nicely topped up in the fights.
I can't be alone in like never being 100% sure what Holy Locket does.
It's the targeted wand. You can
I'm talking about pure numbers. Like this is one of those things like that new Twitch extension where you can see items. Like
you would be hovering over the Holy Locket right now. Yeah.
I mean, it increases the healing pretty significantly. So the mech and the siphons are just incredibly powerful.
Basher done for V-Tune and Iceberg. He's in onto Mellow. They're ready on the high ground. We will see them get the jump ons always want to fly. Actually, 2 buybacks coming out from Na'Vi supports. They really want to give this fight a go. As Nefrit, he's popped the Enrage. He's going to get back in over towards Ramses. Ramses will fall, but so does Nefrit. As the Ursa goes down, Roger gets the stun out onto Chu. V-Tune, he's taking down the 2 of them here. Shashlo's going to fall. Mellow is able to toss back Iceberg, but they're chasing him down. Chu comes in with the blast and the cookie onto Roger, but the carapace is up. Chu, he'll turn with it. Actually be able to bring down Roger here with the help of G and the little shredded damage there from Chu. V-Tune, the big crits. He's going to find a triple. He's going to get another. There's the ultras. He takes down G. He really wants it, V-Tune, but he's a little low. He's a little scared.
Oh, Aegis just faded.
And Mellow is able to jump in. V-Tune Still got a decent amount of HP to work with. He could get back in here, and he will. Jumps over, but always want to fly. Actually, the one to get the kill. So the Rampage denied. I don't know if this kill's going to be quite soon enough, even if they get it. He's trying to get Shashlo. Shashlo on the retreat. As V-Tune, he's in, and it's just a little too slow. We'll give him the Rampage. Rampage! You know, there we go.
Oh, what a highlight. V-Tune, the star of Na'Vi, with the Rampage, but not quite. You know what? That's like the Galarraga perfect game, okay? If they changed it, if you actually went into the source code and you made it a perfect game, then it is. But if not, it's not one. That's not a Rampage. We shouldn't give him credit for it. It took too long.
True, and Rampages are even easier to get nowadays. There was an update where it did extend the window between the kills.
Yeah, no excuses.
No excuses, yeah. Here we go, 32-11, 14k lead now for Na'Vi. Streamer going to be without Mello and Shashlo for a little bit here as this bottom rack's definitely going down. And Vichu, he's just in. He's in onto Chu. Chu's gone. Always want to fly, does end up dying though. Nefrit's able to get him, but now he's got to try and find a way of getting back out. He's got a BKB, but he hasn't got in range for 20 seconds as he's focus fired by Iceberg. He's just going to die underneath the tier 4s. They're looking to dive them toward the fountain. G back into the base. Iceberg getting low. Mello tried to get in to finish him off, but Mello's going to go down yet again. They're trying to fight back. They really are. Na'Vi just enjoying the moment here in this game. Shashlo, what can he do? There's no mid, no carry backing him up for a good bit of time. He's not even going to be able to get the jump. V-Tune just turns straight away, gets the bash. Another kill for V-Tune and Extreme, and they'll call it GG. As Na'Vi, they'll take this game one, as it was indeed just a tough one for Extreme to really find their footing with the lineup that they had.
Yeah, I'd say nigh impossible, man. There's a reason, you know, I don't really react so violently to last picks if they don't really put you in a tough spot. And unfortunately, both sides with the same game plan, it's just so much easier for Na'Vi to hit the timing. The BKBs have way more effect. And in general, I think just an easier lineup to execute by far.
Yeah, no, it looked very clean indeed. You know, sort of after that point where they managed to get V-Tune, so those initial items online. The amount of times we saw V-Tune get involved, you know, this wasn't some AFK farming PA. Very involved with the action. And yeah, already, as you said, the first series we saw from Na'Vi was a little bit shaky, but this game one, a lot of things already looking like they've been ironed out. The setup, the moves from Roger and Ramses, it looks so much better from what we saw from them in the previous series in this league.
Yeah, for sure. I think Na'Vi also kind of wishing that this is the kind of matchup they had to start their season. You know, not a re-energized and very prepared team spirit.
Yeah, it was a tough series.
But yeah, credit to them. They'll pull out one more. Extreme on the ropes. We'll see what they can come up with.
Yeah, we'll see if Extreme is able to give themselves a bit of a better chance with the draft in game 2. But for game 1, it's all Na'Vi. As Na'Vi take the lead at the moment in this best of 3.
Well, if you are back against the ropes, no better way to go out than swinging, right? We'll have to see if Extreme do so heading into game 2.
You ready? Huh? Hey, easy boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
after that game 1, I heard somebody say that was the worst Ursa pick they've ever seen. I think it might have been Cheever, maybe someone from production. But yeah, it was plenty of people were not happy with that last pick. And it did feel like they were a bit cornered in the draft, not necessarily because of overall just strategic drafting, but perhaps a limited hero pool from Nefrik.
Yeah, just explain it like your 5 version of this. Ursa wants to Urshock on top of people, which is a slow, and kill them with 6 attacks. You have 2 heroes that have evasion, and then you have 1 hero that can protect itself with a stun, and then another hero that surges every other hero to prevent the slow. So Ursa's just not going to be able to hit anybody, really, no matter how many items he gets.
Kyle, you should have heard it backstage. Brian could not be singing enough of your praises. He said you were very on point with your analysis that game.
Well, I'm not surprised. This was one of the easier games to read, to be fair.
Okay. Well, it was
He
kind
said
of
explain like I'm 5 version.
Uh-huh.
I think like my little brother would have been able to do the same, because it's just it hurt. It hurt. To be a part of that.
It was a very one-sided game. And Brian, you're going to show us exactly how it was so one-sided as
we'll do
Kyle
that,
eloquently
Cap.
was stated in the cast?
So I've got Kyle's example of why sometimes it can be bad to push an early tower. So I'm going to start by highlighting the net worths of all the cores. Right over here, Tiny as well as Wind Ranger, 2 of the top 3, and we're going to be looking at Tiny's level. He's going to be hitting level 7. We're going to be looking at Wind Ranger's level in a second here, who's only level 6.5 at this current moment. Please show myself the level. There we go. So that's where I show you these things, because a lot of Dota is feel at the highest level, and feel usually boils down to what was the situation like beforehand and what was it like afterwards. So we're gonna go ahead and check out this rotation where Melojewel does go to the top lane. Always Want to Fly makes a really cool play by using his Phantom's Embrace to silence the Tiny and then ink swelling the creep wave such that he himself can run away, but the deter of the ink swell is there. And now I want to really emphasize the mini-map. Mid lane. Usually this early on in the game, rotations are good if you can give a support your lane as well as optimize the efficiency of farming creeps. Now, they have 3 lanes being farmed from Na'Vi, while there's only 2 lanes being farmed from Extremum. And we're just going to see this get worse and worse for the Tiny compared to the Wind Ranger up here. Bottom lanes being pressured, which means that neither the 5 position nor the carry feels comfortable going mid, which leaves them in this farming 2 out of 3 lanes scenario. And as we see, it looks like, yeah, there's pressure being done. They're chasing after Always Want to Fly. The PA doesn't necessarily feel comfortable, but it's what's happening in the other 2 lanes that really is the issue. So as you saw, he rotated about 6 minutes in. He had the power rune. He got that first rune, but it's now been another 2 minutes, and they're finally going to get this tower. So this is 2 minutes of not farming, of only farming 2 out of 3 lanes. Wind Ranger, who is about the same net worth and lower level, is now 400 and or so gold higher even after the tower goes down, and he's getting a double damage rune to boot. So not only has he given him a lane of farm, but he's also given him a little bit of rune control. And this double damage rune, which we're going to see Tiny use to get, or he's going to be ganking the PA top, that double damage rune from the Wind Ranger is actually going to get Iceberg the kill on the enemy mid. So it's a combination of all of these little factors that end up having it so that these 2 snowballing mid laners end up just one of them falling off like a rock, literally, and the other one taking over the game.
Thank you very much, Brian. That was very well done. I guess there is a wrong and right way to exert pressure on the map, and unfortunately for Extremum, they learned the wrong way. But maybe they'll learn from their lessons, make a few less mistakes as we head into Game 2. That's going to be coming up very shortly. Be right back.
Niece, what you finna There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on, beg for it. Alright, okay, running out of luck, too much in my cup. Nishi, run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. Shawty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. My team pop. Who really got the block, sipping to rock in a cop car, They say they wanna party with us, 12 asking how much be that boofy, it's a lot, My feature price bigger than your bank account. You talk about it, but don't show what's that about. These boys only flexing with that allowance. We swimming in the shower. I'm only f***ing you if your toes cute. Brown skin, goddamn, that's my soul food. I'm winning for the record, check your memo, bro. Generation of destruction, you'll remember us. LSD used to do promethazine, only THC, NSC is my new lean. We no longer up next, on top, lay your girl when she counting my checks. There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on, beg for it. Alright, okay, running out of luck, too much in my cup. Nishi, run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. Shawty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. My team pop.
Never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one.
After getting dropped like a rock in Game 1, Extremum are now going to have to bounce back after what was a pretty humiliating loss. That just was not very close at all. Felt like even at like 10 minutes in when the game was kind of even net worth-wise. There was still that big Ancient stack to be farmed. Na'Vi always had the control, gentlemen, and hopefully in this second draft, they'll be able to change their fates a little bit more. So we are going to reverse things. This time, Extremum have first pick.
Yeah, that's one of those games that challenges you as a whatever we call ourselves, because
a caster.
Yeah, sure. Well, I've seen that game so many times. I've played in that kind of game where it looks even, but it's deceiving because one team will hit a timing and they're going to win the game, and that's just nothing you can do about it. Your draft is answered. And
you have to not be even, I think, is what you do about it. Right? You have to be up by like 3 or 4K gold. I think the Tiny, he had so many juicy targets that game. Both supports, Nyx and Grim will die to a combo. Wind Ranger early on will die to a combo. Even PA will die to a combo. And by kind of griefing his own game early, I really think that eliminated any chance they possibly had of coming back.
Yeah,
just play your own game. You know, I think he just had some nerves going there.
When I was playing, we did some pretty, I don't want to say, you could argue it was poor drafting in some regard, but we would play a team like Kuro in Liquid when they were still Liquid, and we'd have, an LC mid, and we'd crush our lanes, but they'd have an Alchemist, and they'd win a fight, and you're like, ah, shit, we're in trouble now, because they're going to scale, and we're not. And in this scenario, yeah, both heroes are scaling, all the cores are, but again, your Ursa's just completely handled, and that's it. I'm not going to mention it again. New draft, new day, Na'Vi, Storm Nyx, really cool opener. Nyx, obviously a great hero against the Storm, provides a ton of vision as well. And then Storm, zip, zam,
And it's just a Snapfire. If you're good against what's good, you're going to go up in value. And Nyx has the easiest way to cancel Snapfire ulti in all the game.
It's true.
And he's not too bad against Void Spirit either.
Yeah, it also just kind of block picks all these mid laners. And I think Void Spirit's one of the least bad because you end up buying the Ag Scepter, which is a almost instant silence to deal with the Nyx. But it doesn't exactly feel good. Maybe he'll consider buying an Orchid this game on the Void Spirit, but kind of whenever you buy Orchid on Void Spirit against Storm, I kind of feel like Storm's doing the same job but better.
Speaking of Furion, that's going to be banned away by Extremum.
Yeah.
I was curious, Kyle. Yeah, Furion. I was thinking about you guys as safe lane Furions. What is it about? Because you guys just seemingly always wanted to draft that way.
Yeah.
It was very much like we have to take the momentum. We don't really have a late game. What is it about a team that gets into those kind of drafting archetypes and like?
Well, our case was just we had we didn't really ever have a carry player that was comfortable playing hyper carries. They typically would prefer that sort of style. And I think Nature's Prophet solves a lot of problems that teams have where your tower push, covered. Lane shove, covered. Your lanes are also going to be really strong, and it just makes the game simpler to play. Trying to think of another example.
You can also itemize pretty much any way you need it.
Yeah.
So you need some pickoff, there you go. You need some sustain, there you go.
Yep. It's a lot like same reason we always would have a lot of DK. A lot of stuff in your draft is covered now. We'll scale pretty okay. We got stun. We can push towers. Pretty durable. You're checking a lot of boxes.
Yeah, and Limp's still holding true to those complexity values.
Yeah.
As he picks DK like
DK
80%.
Tiny. It's like, again, it's because Limp's personality, his hero archetype. You're not going to see Iceberg playing DK every game. He wants to play these flashier mids, but that's never been Limp's style. And mid is a really cool role because I think you can play a variety of different ways and still be effective. I think this patch, been seeing a lot of chatter on the socials about it, really rewards, I think, for the first time in some years, a bunch of different styles of play. You're going to see a major, there's going to be an anti-mage one game, a meepo the next, all in push strat. I think everything can work.
Do we feel that way just because the patch is open and hasn't been solved yet, though?
I hope not.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think the map...
Run it back.
I think the map requirement right now is that you can fight the opponent team. I really think that's the only thing that your lineup has to have because there's just nowhere to run, really. The map is so open. You can't control areas. You can't there's so much mobility on these mid laners still. Even the DK first picks are still going Blink Dagger. The Tinies are going Blink Dagger. There's nowhere to run to. It's so funny to come here and play these pubs because if you're like, could these guys be running at me right now? Theoretically, yes. Well, if theoretically yes, the answer is 4 of them are running at you. That's just kind of how the EU CIS regions play. And I think I'm curious to see how it ends up working out this patch compared to the last one. I do believe the last patch wasn't necessarily in favor of that style. And I always wonder, since there's kind of this rock, paper, scissors of play styles from region to region, if that'll have a heavy way on how all these teams do moving forward.
Some teams moving backwards.
True. Centaur, another hot pickup of the patch.
Pretty nice against the PA. Get a Vanguard, and I think we saw a breakdown from Purge yesterday. One of our better weathermen here at ESL One.
Excuse me?
Discussing how Vanguard renders minus armor somewhat useless. And
super early on, yes.
Early, exactly. Later on to the game, maybe not, but for the pre-15-20 minute mark, makes PA pretty much unable to target him. I like that a bit more than an Ursa, for sure.
Yeah, it's a nice Wraith King game. I think the tower pressure this game is significantly better for Extremum. Not only do you have the Centaur, you don't consider him necessarily a pusher, but he's going to buy Vanguard, and he's going to walk at your tower, and the only way you can stop it is by continuously killing him. And as we talked about, PA contributing virtually nothing to that, so I do expect a lot of tower pressure coming out from the Centaur, but also the Wraith King.
Yeah, I love this draft, and already it looks so much better because Na'Vi have this very greedy core combo of Storm PA. Their supports as well. They don't push waves.
No.
They're not very early game oriented whatsoever. Extremum, 3 cores, all going to be beefy AF. 20 minutes in, suddenly they are way stronger than you. The Snapfire as well. Tons of damage output. I really like what they've got brewing so far.
I hate this hero this patch, but I think Na'Vi has to pick Underlord or something fitting that description. Something whose sole purpose is to clear waves. I actually think they need it.
Darkseer again?
Darkseer got banned. I was thinking the same thing.
Pango?
I think Pango's too weak of a laner.
I don't know if Ramsey's going to play that either.
Well, either way, this does look like a free Wraith King's skeleton game,
Yes.
right? Like, they don't have one of those skeletons going to run down a lane and nobody can handle them.
Yeah, until PA Battle Fury, they need a hard nuker to just... is there a better offlaner or like another offlaner that offers this? It's hard to always imagine without the hero list, but Nature's Prophet already banned out, Darkseer already banned out.
Tide would have been sweet.
Yeah, Tide would be fine just because he also gives you the guy that can stand in front of buildings, so it alleviates a lot of that pressure.
Yeah, I honestly think Extremum have the huge draft edge here.
Timbersaw's banned out, that'd be another one.
Yeah, like there's just not much left. And to your point, Underlord just doesn't seem very good.
Venomancer, maybe?
Oh, no way, man. You just get ran at.
Yeah, against Centaur, not so much.
Void Spirit, too. They're on top of you, you die.
If I don't see a wave clear from Na'Vi, I think Extremum has the tools to run over this game.
Ramses as well. I mean, is Batrider viable?
I think the laning stage is a bit too fragile. Is my problem with the hero. Yeah, they gave him 3 base damage, a little bit of love there, but Wraith King's actually pretty decent against it just because you can protect yourself with a stun and you're pretty high move speed, so you can go early boots and usually the bat can't get on top of you.
Yeah, Extreme have the team fight edge and they're also just more durable. Na'Vi, all their lineup is single target at the moment.
Nice.
Tusk
Snapfire.
Hell yeah.
That's what I was going to ask for.
So much physical damage threat.
They might have to go Pango now, but...
It's also another save. Storm Spirit looks at this lineup and is like, who do I kill?
Yeah.
2 cores are beefy. The other one is Void Spirit, who can be rather elusive, and he's got both Snapfire and Tusk to provide saves for him.
If I was ignoring the teams, like if I couldn't see who was playing what, I would way rather be the Extremum draft here. So it's always interesting to see what prevails, the superior draft or the superior coordination. And individual play, I would say.
This is, I expect this clock to keep ticking because I have no idea what to draft here for Na'Vi. I think Underlord, to your point, might be the route, but you pick up Ramses, you put him on Underlord?
Well, let's go. Let's put some Firestorm on those creep waves.
Enigma?
That hero pulls the lane back. There's no Necro Book anymore. He doesn't create that tower pressure.
Yeah, I got no clue. Absolutely no clue.
Yeah, I see no other pick in the entire game.
Yep.
I did not see one. I'm like, his sole purpose is to get them past the first 15 minutes of the game. That is what they needed.
Hey, the root is kind of nice. You throw in a choke point and limits the movability of hasted heroes thanks to Centaur LT.
It also catches Void Spirit as well as Tusk very well. Like Tusk can't blink snowball save people if there's a pit already in place.
Yeah, they... if Underlord has a rough start, they are screwed. That's what I'll say right now. But if he gets off to like top 2 or 3 CS in the game, I think Na'Vi will weather the storm and their storm will prevail.
Yeah, I got to go cast, but my final point on this would just be that you need to have an insane game from VTune because it is Oracle PA. If he gets super farmed, he can just carry the game by himself, but it's a pretty hard out draft by Extremum. But at least in this case, Na'Vi have like an answer. A couple of mistakes, a hero over farmed, like Storm PA will win you the game. It's just going to be tough.
Okay.
So
fair enough. Thank you very much, Kyle. We'll, of course, check in more with you during the cast. Brian, can you still just... We saw some last patch, right? Some PA teams, they would just go and hold their triangle, hold their triangle, and hold their triangle, and just funnel all the net worth into this one PA and just wait and wait and wait. Eventually, the PA carries the game. Can they do that?
I don't think so.
Can they do that this game?
I think there's too much pickoff, but also the Centaur really is a one-position offlaner, I call him, because he spends the first 15 minutes farming. They're just going to get too much off the map if they do that.
Fair enough. Let's go to Kyle and Owen. They're ready to cast game 2.
Thank you very much, Cap. And so, yeah, Kyle, it definitely seems to be that you sort of are giving Extreme much more of a chance here in this game, too, in terms of what they've been able to draft against Na'Vi.
Yeah, it just looks so much better on paper, and I think it's just more in their wheelhouse, too, the comfort zone. Mellow Jewel, I have seen this guy show up in some high-level pubs I've been tuning into. Every single time I see him, he's playing Void Spirit. They had the confidence to early pick his hero. I think Wraith King in general is just much simpler to play around than an Ursa as well. And the support duo actually does damage.
And again, so for Na'Vi, what is the major concern here? It's just that there's going to be this bit of the game where Extremum's going to be coming at them, and you don't necessarily see them with these sort of two, a little bit greedier Cause of Storm and PA being ready for that.
Well, Na'Vi, you got your big 1-2 punch prefers skirmishes. In and out, in and out. Extremum, they're all about the team fight, and it is quite formidable. Na'Vi, you can win your lanes. Go off to a nice lead. Maybe grab a first blood though if you're Extremum. This is pretty nice positioning. They're coming in from the high ground. Gotta be careful here.
Well, this is a pretty solid way to start it. I would always want to fly. And they've got him. We'll skill the Remnant. But he'll be worth it for Mello. Sets up for the kill, and he'll also be the one to get it. So first blood for Mello in that mid lane.
Yeah, they do get 3 bounties though, so you will be somewhat pleased as Na'Vi. They also forced the Remnant, as you stated, so mid will be a little tougher against the Storm.
Let's see how some of these lanes go. And we have seen, Storm, for the most part, can pressure the Void Spirit, it feels. You are a lot of magical burst. Void Spirit is having to step up outside of the Remnant outside of the Pulse, to get CS. So he's likely to take a lot of damage from the burst from Iceberg after a few levels are online.
Yeah, well, Roger once again messing with the Creepolibrium. Ramsey's very pleased with that. This is the ideal hero to farm creeps plus camps.
A lot of damage onto Roger. And we'll manage to get the rest of the creep wave round to meet safely behind the tower.
And V-Tune taking some pressure down bottom. Got sharded in, had to do a bunch of juke since he's not quite level 2 yet. Probably going to be once again a more passive laning phase. But Iceberg doing much better in the mid lane than the previous game. Big part of that, just the Storm vs Void Spirit matchup as we discussed. And also, of course, that Remnant first. Yeah, you get first blood, but you can't push waves. That's what Iceberg's been doing this whole time. Looks like he might even try to steal the rune from Mellow Jewel. We'll see. I guess they'll both get one no matter what. You just pick a side of the river. Run to it.
Oh, but you're right. No, with the pressure that Iceberg's been able to put on, already coming out with a nice bit of a CS advantage against Mello. V-Tune, I mean, he's farming fine down here. So far, first few waves, they haven't really been able to make him sort of push him back from the creeps. A very good farm for him so far. Much better compared to what Nefrit's been able to achieve so far up top.
Yeah, this is doing very well, actually, for Ramsey. So he does have a pretty significant base damage advantage at 72 without taking into account Atrophy Aura. Wraith King losing a healthy chunk when he goes to CS against him.
Mid lane, just each time Mello steps up Iceberg, able to trade a lot of damage back onto the Void Spirit, making it a tough lane for him to step up into.
I love this from Iceberg. He farms easy camp, stacks hard camp, and then grabs rune. Top lane, just again, messing with the creep mechanics is Roger. You don't even mind if the camp goes hard. You can see he pings it out. Ramsey's just like, oh, cool, thanks, buddy. I got a soul ring. I'll nuke this. We'll take some extra gold here. And yeah, sure, G will get some XP, but I think you take this trade because it just takes it out of the Wraith King's pocket. He's the one who wants that hard camp.
A lot of money for Ramses in this top lane. Again, all three of Na'Vi's cores, 20 CS at the moment, precisely even on the last hits here, as none of them having any sort of pressure on them whatsoever with these lane setups.
Oh, careful mid.
I see mid at
TP's coming in.
Also on the top lane trying to get in aggressive. They got the snowball in over towards Iceberg. Another Remnant's down. Shoot. He managed to grab him with the shards. Iceberg's got the Fairy Fire though, and he'll be fine. He gets away.
Has been killed.
Finally, they got V-Tune's courier. Most unfortunate, he won with the regen now, but they are doing quite okay in the laning phase, so should be fine. Shachlo, once he gets Vanguard, just starts clicking him in the face. Although, what a weird build. BSJ might have something to say about this. No points in Retaliate against PA Oracle? 2 points double edge? It's bold.
Yeah, I guess he wants to kill.
I've not seen that.
He wants to kill. But is he going to get the opportunity for that? We'll see if he can find chances with Chu to get the job done with that leveled up double edge in the lane.
Yeah, we'll certainly see.
You get the catch on, always want to fly, but Shashlo not quite able to get over and find the connection in time. That's top lane Ramses. A lot of damage here with the little shredder. Have they got enough? Not quite. He's going to be fine. Ramses still keeping it solid up on that top lane. But Nefrit now matching him in farm. 25 and 10 on the Wraith King, really catching up.
Yeah, so far so good for Na'Vi. Ahead in all 3 lanes.
See bottom. Not quite getting on to always want to fly. But the snowball not going to be comboed up upon. Just not getting the kills down here. Not slowing down V-Tune at all.
It's tough to slow him down though in this lane. Oh, mid. Might have him. He's not 6.
Have they got enough burst? Fairy Fire's popped. He's trying to run. Oh, Roger's in. He wants this kill. They've got it. Guess him just enough vision.
Off that, yeah.
I mean, he must have only just had it for long enough to get an attack off. It's enough. Iceberg as he preps it. Another burst.
That's a huge kill. As soon as Void Spirit 6, that's not possible, but it's right at the timing where you'll have an uncontested first power rune of the game as well, going to Iceberg's bottle. So it's like, you know, sometimes you get the kill, it's not huge. Oh, not regen, of course, because, you know, the mid player, they come back full HP, full mana, shove you out of lane, but when you get power rune off of it, especially a regen, now it's just insane value. He'll drop a ward, he'll farm some camps,
top
maybe
lane.
just gank top, yeah. Ooh. They're going to Ramses.
So close, but Roger able to come in, and that stun will save him. Iceberg is going to be farming some camps, farming some couriers. Takes down Nefrit's on the way back.
Gonna go farm the stack he made earlier. Oh, this is the dream regen rune.
Yeah, great efficiency from Iceberg. Getting the maximum out of it possible. Taking some camps from Extremer's half of the map, and as you say, cleaning up his own stack as well. There's over 50 CS here now on the mid-storm.
That just feels so good. Oh, man.
This time around, top lane, Roger's not going to be there to bail Ramses out.
Yeah, the phase boots coming online. I mean, with the no boots, Vanguard rush, you're just going to straight up die to these crits with the little shredder minus armor attached. I like this. Iceberg jungles now. Roger tries to get his XP mid.
See bottom. I really want to try and kill always want to fly. They keep going in on him with the snowball, but just not quite having enough damage between the two of them to kill the Oracle.
Yeah, 3 points double edge too. It's just so odd when you consider that it's an Oracle. You're just going to edict any target stunned. So you have to hold double edge for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, does it sort of affect your game outside of the lane? I mean, if you go for this build, if you haven't sort of got the retaliate to what sort of tank through farming some camps, is that going to hurt? Or
I think it's just the lack of ability to pressure tower is hard.
Yeah, sure.
Like it is only half damage, but with the Vanguard, you just take so little from the hits. Oh, they're going for Mellow.
Let's see if they've got enough damage here. They've got the setup between the two of them. Firestorm coming in as well from the side, but the Dissimulate's up. Mellow jumps out with the Astral.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, wait, what did he die to up there from Roger?
Did he carap? Oh,
he carapaced the magical burst
mark.
from the step. Yeah, the mark left on him. And that did it.
Well done.
Was it a little greedy from Mello?
Yeah, I thought he was just out.
He could have jumped out with the Dissimulate, opted to stay, get that extra bit of damage onto Iceberg. Didn't end up being enough. Iceberg able to just live. So Mello taking that added risk there to try and kill Iceberg did not pay off. That means that he's left too low to get out and not have to worry about the threat of that.
Oh no! Ramsey's the Vanguard. The item he needed to guarantee his survival. Most unfortunate. Only a minute and a half, but still, he's far less safe pushing out lanes without that complete. Man, it's such a peaceful game. I'm rocking in my chair. I'm nervous about falling asleep.
The start of last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's cozy.
And we'll see again here. Mello getting jumped upon. Could have opted to get out here, but wanted to stick around and try and bring down Iceberg, and just ends up sticking around a little too long. He's out to the side.
Yeah,
Perfect carapace.
Yeah, that was so well played, though, because he also blocked the escape path, right? He knew he was going to get marked if he stood between Mellow Jewel and that high ground. Another reason why you got to figure going just to the simulate on high ground location would have been ideal. And VTune, again, a timely rotation. We'll just camp this tower. You can see G and Nefrit, they want to pressure it, but you can't just dive a PA.
I only got 4 of them. I got a lot of them. They're able to take down the tower.
Oh, the blur. Oh, he had blur just enough time to get into the trees.
That was a nice back off there from VTune. And now Iceberg. He's going to start going in on them from the high ground here, Extremum. They will run. Iceberg. Can he actually take them down? They've got Ramses coming in as well with the pit. As Chew looking pretty dead here. As they'll take down the Tusk. And they're not going to be able to get away with that attempted move onto VTune. VTune just a little too well prepared for it.
Yeah, different kind of build from Ramses. When I've seen Underlords nowadays, I see a lot of 4-4-1. A lot of early points in pit. Playing more for the farm speed, I suppose, than mid-game engagements. And yeah, 3-2, but still relatively even. I think pretty soon you're going to see the Extremum draft comp start to pull ahead, just in terms of what they can get done across the map. Na'Vi kind of forced to play a much more reactive and passive game. It's really just Iceberg and Roger who are able to make anything happen.
Well, we did see there, though, as well, quite a difference in the amount that they've managed to get from the runes this game. 9 runes taken by Na'Vi compared to just the 2 of Extremum. About a 1,500 gold difference this early on, just from what they've been able to gain from bounty runes.
Ramses is in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's just going to get the hell out of dodge. And Roger, he's like, okay, we're not fighting there, but I saw a courier doing his best bounty hunter impression. Tracking. Roger. Get it.
Oh, he's not going to be
cut it
able
off
to
with the pass. He's like...
he can't catch up now. Or can he? No, he can't. Yeah, the Vendetta's ended. Won't be able to sneak up on that.
This is the one downside of Nyx. It's like, what do you do now? You placed a good ward. All right, that's something. Thank you, JJ. But outside of that, now it's just, okay, I've made it into enemy territory. Gonna have to camp out for a couple of days. I brought my tent, my canteen, 25 seconds to my ult.
So close as well to all these couriers, just has sort of 4 of them pass around the nearby neighborhood. We will see this one coming out. He wants to go for that. No, not after the couriers. Meanwhile, Shashlight is going to be able to kill always. Want to fly, but
whoa, what?
VTune, Extreme make the move whilst Roger's just chilling.
I'm watching Animal Planet. What's going on in the jungle? The teleport now to the top.
Now he's away. Now he's out. But yeah, hey, so Roger being over there, bit of space to make a play for Extremum. They get 2 of them in the big one. VTune taken out.
And a different kind of build as well from Iceberg. Maybe just recognizing the state of the game. He went for a Kaya. Typically you see a lot of storms with the Orchid Rush, but this is a Void Spirit. As expected, he will go for the first item, Yules. So it's not as if you would have been able to Orchid kill him. And Wraith King has 2 lives, and Centaur is a Vanguard. He's not really your target. It's just a rough Storm game, so not surprised to see him going for more of the farming build. Kind of to be expected when you first pick it, though, to be fair.
Sure. Yeah, you're not going to get sort of handed to you these cores that you want to be zipping in on. Shashlo with this Vanguard hood at a point where he can position himself as aggressively as he likes there, standing around the mid. As it's fair and likely that Na'Vi's going to go on him. And if they do, it's going to be using so many heroes that you're going to be very happy with the space on the side lanes for Nefrit.
And you can see why BSJ said this Underlord's the only hero you really can pick, because they needed something to do exactly this. Just be big, right? Sit here, defend towers, spam spells. Whoa, God, is he just dead?
Oh, they've got him. It is enough.
All right.
Enough damage that I tell you, he wasn't expecting that, Shashlo.
Yeah.
He didn't expect to die there.
In retrospect, he was fairly bold, standing there, daytime, in vision, tanking Dower, trying to slowly whittle it down.
Oh, no. Well, yeah.
Definition
he won't be doing
of
that
confidence.
Again. Yes, just a little too much there from Shashlo.
What's curious, and if you click Nefrit, so it's the battlefield to be expected on the PA, but the Wraith King actually, Armlet first, has an AC queued up. So not going to go for the Radiant style unless he decides to change his mind. This is way more about battling.
About that. Armlet AC.
Typically, you see a Deso first, right? Or,
if you wanted to go the physical if you wanted to go that route, yeah, but you're
committed.
Right. AC rush.
With the little shredder, with the tusk, I mean, there's a lot of synergy there.
Sure, there is. Void Spirit's got a bit of physical coming out as well with the steps, and obviously you want to protect your team against the burst of V-Tune, and V-Tune gets his Deso. So yeah, it's definitely bits, but not having items like the Radiance will potentially slow down his farming capability. But hey, as you said, maybe they just want to fight. Yeah, they just want to fight.
Also, V-Tune 2 games in a row. Also, he puts 4 points in his leap for the farming speed before 4 points dagger. Typically, I've seen a lot of 4-1-1s, but he keeps dagger at level 3.
All right. Oh, I like that. I mean,
cool,
at this point of the game, yeah, you're going to be feeling better blink striking the creep camps rather than daggering them.
Nice job. I always want to fly. Got to be careful here, though. Dire is coming in. They have Centaur already. It's very spooky.
Yeah, Shashlo's going to be able to start the fight on top of Always Want to Fly. And they've got enough damage. They take him out. Now Iceberg's going to turn towards Chu. Kisses are coming in from the side, though. Iceberg, he's got to get out of it. As he's zipping away, V-Tune, he's not going to be able to make it out. The TP taking a little too long. They're able to cancel it with the Yules. V-Tune, he's able to jump out in time, though. As Nefrit, has he got another bit of a catch to grab him? They're slowing him down. Iceberg trying to keep V-Tune safe. As Iceberg, with those hits, will slow Nefrit enough so he can't get in range for the stun. V-Tune will get out. And at the end of it all, it would just be Roger going down, as well as Na'Vi managed to keep all their cores alive there.
That was so sick from Iceberg. He zipped, he popped the invis, and was standing just in range of the leap away. Iceberg, very aware, post-Centaur stun, gets out, then a couple of auto attacks just to keep the Wraith King of Nefrit out of range for a stun that would have almost certainly finished him off. That was sick, because Na'Vi, their draft just needs time. This is Extremum's time to shine. They are so strong at the moment. Let's watch this again. Yeah, look, Iceberg pops the invis, zips away. He's just going to stand there. He was looking to see, I don't know if
how'd they not kill him? It's so low.
Miss. Miss again. Zip away.
And they couldn't quite catch him it.
Yeah, it gets tougher. I mean, Underlord scales. This hero, he is a big problem later on in the game. In addition, the PA Storm will, in theory, be more formidable late game than the counterparts on this Dire side. Blink up on Centaur, though. That is nice. You have some true initiation now for Extremum. And wow, I love this, actually. Kaya BKB on Iceberg. That'll be the build. Okay. You don't see this very often. A lot of Storms are much more selfish, but in this game, I think it's necessary.
Yeah, we saw sort of, I guess, similar in the sense we had a Storm the other day go for Kaya Sanj first item. So, sort of leaning at a similar direction, as you said, with this Kaya into BKB, just seeing no value in the Orchid this game, understandably, with what he's up against, and just making sure he can get in. And it's kind of like we saw in that last fight, just be someone that can go in and out, be a real distraction, whilst V-Tune's able to go target to target and actually do the damage.
And it allows his Oracle to play around his PA. Yeah. He can keep himself alive.
Oh, if it was the mid, V-Tune's in. Got to get the kill here. They got the pit down. They've also got the catch on to Shashno as Na'Vi. They'll find the setup to take down the Centaur as well.
Okay, we'll take those. Says Navi, you want to fight on our high ground and initiate on a guy with a carapace? Be our guest. That's the thing about the Centaur in this game. Underlord does max HP based damage. You got to be real cautious against him.
And they're trying to go in onto Ramses here with the kisses. It's not going to be nearly enough damage though, as Ramses, he's totally fine there. So kisses down the drain there from G. Won't be able to get anything done with that.
Time to collect the tier 2 items. Iceberg holding what I believe is the second best. No, first now. Royal Jelly's gone. That was the best because it was...
I missed the jelly. Every core misses the jelly.
Indeed. But the ring, I believe, is the best tier 1 item. The mask. Yeah, no.
The Possessed Mask.
The Possessed Mask, I think, is best for some heroes, but the Arcane Ring...
Oh, the Art of Sure. Okay,
it's armor and 10 intelligence plus a free mana restore.
Oh, absolutely.
That's absurdly powerful.
Yeah, you love it. Love it on the Storm.
It's, what, representing like 1,200 gold plus the Arcane Ring effect? Not bad. Oh, nice initiation.
Up straight in. They've got him. Quick burst there between the two of them, and now they're going to look for more. As Iceberg is a little low on mana. Shashto's in with the stun, but the False Promise comes out. Now Iceberg's going to look to turn it with the help of Vici. They've got the damage to just tear through Shashlo. This Centaur just disappearing in a second. As that's definitely got to be a bit of a worry. We're seeing this now. You know, Shashlo, this big beefy Centaur, he's not surviving very long at all anymore.
No, he's not. It's just too much percent-based damage. And the magical pressure as well. Really nice positioning from Always Want to Fly. But Navi are doing a great job just keeping the cores ahead of the supports. You can see the initiation came in there on the Iceberg, but he was edicted before the Centaur stunned. So no damage taken from that or that maxed out double edge. And then he just ulted. He's like, oh, I'll fight. There's a nice pit. There's the wave of fire. I think Ramses, yeah, he also talented for the radius on it. And we can see this one more time. Great initiation, just way too much burst. That's a Yules. That's an active defensive item. Doesn't actually increase his survivability. Then they just go straight in for Chu. There's the Edict. Boom. That initiation, nada. More damage done to Shachlo there than he actually did to the Storm.
Yeah.
And then you're in a choke point. And you're dead.
Yeah, first fight as well where V-Tune turns up with the Desolator. And yes, you really see that go to action on the Centaur. Yeah. Shachlo just disappears. Extreme, they're going to go for a Roshan attempt here, though. Na'Vi are all up. See if Extreme get away with this. This is what with the AC complete it is. So speeding it up a little bit. And it's working. It's working so far. Na'Vi not looking to make any sort of move towards this. They don't expect it at all. A smart heads-up player from Extreme.
Yeah, they're looking to go smoke right now, but it's going to be too little too late.
Or and Aegis.
Guys?
I mean, so, yeah, Melo's got it. Yeah, Melo's got it.
Yeah, Iceberg, he went for the Kai Assange too, so he didn't go for the BKB.
Kai. Okay, yeah, I like that choice. The other day, yeah.
He didn't need the BKB. They're winning fights. This is better for his just overall scaling. Really nice to have that status resist. I think in general, just better to have more stats with an Oracle. Buy him more time. If you were to die 100 to 0, that would be just because Always Want to Fly. Needed those extra moments to pop his R button on you. And this BKB, I mean, V2 is just enormous. We're going to start to see the effects of the AC rush on the Wraith King too, because his item progression will not be keeping up with his PA. The tower pressure, though, that'll be something spooky, but Ramses is there to spam the waves.
Well, looking to make a move onto V-Tune here, as V-Tune, has he got enough backup? He's able to jump over towards Roger. Stampede comes out. They'll move over towards Always Want to Fly. V-Tune is going to turn towards Tune. The backup's here from Iceberg. The Whoostomp comes down onto the two of them, but Roger's able to turn. Gets the stun off. Kisses coming in from the side, though, as Iceberg, he's got to be careful. Jumps over towards G. Won't be able to fully commit to take him down. We'll find an Invis rune to help him on the way out, and V-Tune, he's picking apart the backlines. He gets back in, takes down G. He's a little low. Couldn't they burst him, though? They tried, but Melo's out of mana. V-Tune is going to find the setup on the Shashto. Roger's ready to come back in. V-Tune getting low, still alive, jumps over towards the creep. Melo's trying to finish him. They will take him down, but it's cost them 4 lives, one of them being the Aegis. Melo is ready for another round here. See if they can find Roger. Set up with the Ray Fire Blast. Remnant to follow up as well. They will manage to make something happen here with that Aegis usage.
3 for 3. We take those. Well, 2 for 3. The Aegis popped. Does prevent a Melo Jewel casualty. Or was it 3? Yeah.
4 for 3.
4 for 3.
Okay, yeah, but
Javash died.
4 including that Aegis.
Okay, but they still go ahead and gold. They did get the PA. That was huge.
Yep.
But you can see the Na'Vi damage output is just kind of nuts here. If they find an isolated target, Storm plus PA go in. And I actually love this adaptation from Iceberg. The BKB, when he was thinking about buying it, made a lot of sense. Then they won a couple of fights. Suddenly, it's damage that's starting to be the issue. A big part of that, the Wraith King AC. That defends his squad against the Desolator effect from the PA, but it also means he doesn't have as much of a threat. That timing of the Blink Bash, perhaps, is still going to be a ways away. He also just simply doesn't crit that hard just yet. Needs more damage. MKB will be the choice. That will make things much more spooky. Suddenly, that looks like the Extremum timing of the minus armor, and even with the BKB on your PA. I don't know if he's able to go toe-to-toe with an MKB Wraith King. Roger, careful. It's an outpost. 24 minutes in, not bad.
I'm going to smoke up and go here. So they can get the catch on Na'Vi. Iceberg.
Reward.
They're going to try and get the catch. Hello's in. It's the only backup for Iceberg. They're going on him, Iceberg. He's able to zip away still, though, off to the side. The Lose always want to fly, but Vichun's ready to turn. Takes down Mello. Mello dying on the front of this attempt here from Extremum. They'll also end up losing Chu and Shashlo as Na'Vi, they fight back. They're ready for that move to be made, and they're ready to turn it around. As now with the chase over towards Nefrit, they've taken him down the once. There won't be any backup left alive for him here on Extremum as he'll slowly but surely go down a second time. Is Na'Vi ready for that one? They make the aggressive chase and jump onto Iceberg. They couldn't quite keep him locked down. He's still able to zip away.
Shout out to Ramses. MVP, always want to fly, was not quite close enough, but that Lotus Orb removes the silence. Easy zip away. GG. You cannot fight into that area of the map into an Underlord. Like the 3-man pit Firestorm, then all of a sudden there's a PA hopping in. It's just nothing you can do. There's no way to target him either because Always Want to Fly was safely concealed way on the downhill. And that's just that. You get the Oracle, but he buys back immediately. That was a nice play. Nice fight by Na'Vi. Being reactive, that's the nature of their draft.
Yeah, and now as the fights are only going to get harder. Storm, PA, Vichun, zooming ahead.
They want to fight. They're feeling themselves.
How do Extremum make a move here? They are around. Who's going to be the one to go? That's Chu. He's dead. And now they're zipping over to Mello. Mello is going to get silenced. They've got the vortex. They're cooking him over towards the side. It's up in the air. Will manage there to get away. No further stun to catch him on the way down. Still, it's Na'Vi being able to push back Extremum, take these objectives.
They're just too strong enough. Pit was off cooldown. That's another kill onto the Void Spirit. It's just so hard for him to play. The reach advantage now solely in favor of Na'Vi. When these heroes come online, that Storm PA, there's no escaping them. In addition, Ramses, you can't go for him. He is an Underlord going purely defensive items. He is not a target. You need the supports, but the cores of Na'Vi are just not giving you an opportunity to do so. Extremum, you need good smoke, and you need to somehow pincer the back line. It's really your only play. Wraith King MKB, perhaps you could deal with V2 now, but unless you deal with Always Want to Fly, he's just going to get Oracle ulted and save the day.
Na'Vi, no.
Oh, yeah.
Destruction.
Same reaction.
Yeah, that's a lovely one.
Can tell you're a carry player. These neutral items drop, you get excited.
Well, that's always the dream there for the PA. Take that or a Paladins any day.
I love Ramses. Don't kill me. I'll do my best to help you knock my teammates.
just in. This poor Shashlo getting knocked down to about 20% of his HP there.
Yeah, the preemptive Lotus Orb is cool too. Wraith King can't stun, and the Void Spirit can't Yules. If he were to do so, come down in a pit, he straight up just dies to a zip in then from the Storm with the Orchid on top.
I mean, Extremum just after that move that they tried to make on Na'Vi for the map by the triangle, you can sort of feel it from them that they don't really know where to go now. You know, what kind of move do they make? Do they have to wait for Na'Vi to get aggressive? Look for Na'Vi to make a bit of a slip up with their moves? I mean, how does Extremum's lineup catch Na'Vi by surprise and get a successful jump on them right now?
That's a good question, Owen. It's easier said than done, right? They know what they need to do, but Storm PA, two of the most elusive heroes in Dota, and if you watch Ramses, like, this man is constantly positioning himself where Extremum could be and where his team is. In addition, this PA, 6 minus armor from the Deso, 4 from the Orb of Destruction, and 3 from the level 20 talent. 13 armor corruption. Unbelievable. The AC of the Wraith King, it was rushed, but it's suddenly starting to feel like it's not enough. +5 against -13. Here comes the smoke. Another smoke. The trains are about to connect.
See who catches it. Extremum back underneath their tower. Na'Vi waiting, surrounding them. As Extremum, they're going to try and make a move here onto Ramses. Ramses pretty tanky here. Iceberg's going to come in with the counterplay, able to dodge the stomp as well. Gets the catch on Shashlo, drags him in. It's 2 down already. Nefrit losing his first life. Mello trying to get in the backlines, but he's straight into the spike carapace. The kisses are coming down. Nefrit will get a bit of safety inside the snowball. They're trying to focus Vichun. Vichun getting low. They'll bring down Vichun, but it's costing them so much blood here as 4 fall. And now Chu, he's going to get run down as well by Na'Vi as they killed the carry, but it cost them everything.
Ramses plus 387 damage. They're fighting in the choke point, Owen. Like, yeah, you're killing the PA, but he's standing in the Pit of Malice. The firestorm rains wildfire down upon all enemies. And now 400 damage. Like, look at this.
Oh, look at the siege potential indeed.
Oh, man.
He's smashing through these towers. And there's your objective push.
It's a true Manaroth. Who's the real carry? This strat. Oh my god. That's a Rax. Yeah, they're just gonna Rax him. He hits so hard, and they just get the hell out of dodge. I love it.
Well, objective taken, they lose nothing. They're not even heading back to base. They're staying on the map, of course, Na'Vi straight up to the top lane. Soon to be rejoined by Vichun in 10 seconds.
Perfect play. And they welcome an engagement. Look at the damage.
Extremum, they're trying to head out towards Na'Vi again, but they're only going to die here, Chu. He'll fall. Ramses, another kill for him. As this one, it is getting, I mean, if it's not already there, getting to that sort of impossible territory for Extremum. Very tough game right now, down 16k. Na'Vi with a Storm and PA out of control. And an Underlord. I mean, all 3 of their cores in a phenomenal position. And only really Nefrit that's able to stand toe-to-toe with them. You see both Mello and Shashlo just falling completely behind.
Yeah, this is a tough one, Owen. Just tough for... I think if you pressure Na'Vi more earlier on in the game, perhaps things get a bit simpler for you. But at this stage, you know, credit to Ramses. A big part of why they've just been unable to really get much movement going on the map. He just sat at that mid tower for so long. A couple unfortunate deaths from Shashlo as well. Trying to use his body, but I think that one death mid really put the fear into him. And now it's just a clean sweep from Na'Vi. They clear out top, get the outpost, kill some waves. Mid-Rax is dead. Sweep the map straight to bottom, push in high ground. Aeon disc finished on Roger. He's not really a target any longer. Glimmer Cape on Always Want to Fly, but he just has to position properly, should be fine. Keep your cores between him and the bad guys. Where's V2 going? Guys, just go push.
He's getting his Satanic finished.
Oh, this is cute. That's what we call the old switcheroo.
Extremum at this point, though, not leaving their base. I know that the whole map's a pretty scary place right now. And they'll happily wait until Na'Vi show themselves with a high ground push.
And look at all the couriers from the Na'Vi side. Items are certainly on the way. Shiva's complete on the Underlord of Ramses. He is literally unkillable, plus the Cloak of Flames. You gotta love it. Satanic soon to be completed as well on the PA. I believe he just got it on Courier. Here it comes. Yeah, he has Aegis. Well, it's go time.
They got to do something here, Extrema. Otherwise, they'll be losing their base. What's Nefrit?
That's cool. The break, removing the crit from the Wraith King. We'll also remove the Centaur return.
I mean, Iceberg's just in. He's just in straight away. He's going to catch the two on the back line. That's Mellow gone. Chu's going to get low. Will manage to get the snowball off. Feetune turns over towards Nefrit. Feetune coming in onto the Wraith King. The break's out as well. Wraith King's got to step back. A buyback from Mellow. And Na'Vi not losing anyone here. Feetune's going to get healed up after the false promise. He's going to look to jump back in with Iceberg over towards Nefrit. It's Nefrit down the once. Got another drag here, another catch from Iceberg as he's immediately in with the Vortex, pulling back the three of them. As that's 3 dead, no buyback, 4 dead, no buyback, triple kill for Iceberg. As GG is called. Na'Vi will take this game, and with that, the series looking as you'd expect, right? When you look at this Na'Vi lineup, this is the sort of performance you expect to see from them when they're coming in against Extreme.
This was clinical. This is just straight up a better team beating a team that just isn't quite as good. I think their drafting was somewhat rudimentary, but they didn't have to pull out anything special today, right? Just keep your cores on some of their best heroes, play smart, play for the late game, hit that timing around 20-25 minutes and start to exert dominance. Very clean. Still need to see more from Na'Vi. I think this is a matchup they're expected to win.
Yep.
But I think they still got a little bit of work to do. I think they can do better than this, but altogether, solid performance.
Absolutely. And again, you know, as you were saying, sort of for Ramses, his game 1 looked hot, and this game 2, fantastic impact on the Underlord. Fit him very nicely. You know, already, as you said, it's a much different scenario when you look at them playing against Extreme compared to playing against Team Spirit. But even with that taken into account, definitely looks like already between the first series we saw and this series, they're making improvement.
Yeah, for sure. This is a team. They're playing like a team, and yeah, future's bright, but they don't have any more gimmies left. They need to win out from here on.
They do indeed to keep it up towards the top here of this league. But there we have it for this series alone, at least. Na'Vi, they'll get the 2-0 against Extrema.
Unexpected results for Na'Vi, yes, but still confidence raising as they do manage to take this 2-0 against Extremum. We'll break down exactly what happened in that game, how the draft unfolded, all after the break.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, but can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said soft, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said all. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said all. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody.
If it wasn't for the fact that Na'Vi had dropped a game against Team Spirit, then the narrative of this series would be Na'Vi looking good, looking clean, gonna take second like they did last season. But they're already kind of in the hole, so a victory like this is good. But they got to be able to keep this momentum up for the next 4 weeks. BSJ and Kyle, BSJ, that game was pretty simple, right? Like, they may have been backed into a corner drafting-wise, but it felt like inside of the game, Na'Vi was still in control.
Yeah, I think they just played to their limits really well. I think every engagement they took was like a skirmish with the heroes they had, the Nyx, the Storm, and the PA, and they just played around the Oracle save and the Underlord team fight really well.
You agree, Kyle?
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
You heard most of my thoughts throughout the game.
That's fair enough. Well, maybe we can get more of Brian's thoughts, as I know, BSJ, you've got some more breakdowns for us.
Yeah,
I got to learn something new.
I just got my personal MVP for the game, and that's Iceberg. I was quite impressed by a lot of the plays he was making. A lot of fights that I feel like a lot of players would have avoided, he instead tried to force the issue, and it was indeed not forcing it. It was creating plays out of nothing, as he knows there are 3 heroes coming from over here, and he waits on top of the cliff, actually pulls the support and baits them in. Extremum, who feels fine because it's just Iceberg. Iceberg's team is now collapsing. You see the Underlord coming from below, and they end up getting a kill out of something that, when you see 3 enemy heroes and you're alone, most heroes, I believe, would just let happen. And the next one we're going to see here is a Centaur who believes he is going to be tanky enough. He's got the Vanguard level 10, 13 minutes in, but Iceberg perfectly confident to go in on such a key target, but yet he kites out on the outskirts of the fight, making sure he doesn't get punished by the counter initiation of Extremum. And the next fight here, I believe, is one of his best plays of the game from Iceberg. He's going to he knows his limits. That's what I see in this. You see the stun from the Wraith King. He drops down to very low HP, pops the illusion or the invis rune, excuse me, and he's going to sit here on the side as VTune is getting committed onto to give him a blink target away, and then he's not only going to do that, but he's also going to create a distraction that allows VTune to get away and then narrowly escapes himself. And for our last clip, we're going to see his read on Melajul's retreat here. You can see he's got his mouse following where he believes Melajul's going to be, ready to zip on him with the Nyx to follow up. And I believe Iceberg was just the catalyst for all the plays that they are making on the side of Na'Vi this game, and is a crucial part of them weathering the early storm as Storm.
2 puns in a row, Brian.
It's too good, man. It's too easy. It's the alley-oop.
Hey, just all roll off the cuff with you, apparently. Kyle, it was a pretty good breakdown, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe...
you just listen to what I was saying during the game.
Maybe we're going to have somebody with a bit more enthusiasm here on the line. I've actually got Ramses going to be joining us fresh off of their victory against Extremum. Ramses, hello. How you doing?
Yo. Feel good, guys.
Yeah, I bet you feel good. That was a nice clean 2-0. I want to start off asking you, welcome to Na'Vi. How's it feel to be back with Roger?
We are good friends with Roger all time when we play in Virtus Pro, and for now, like we're just friends. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. I've got Brian as well as Kyle who have some questions for you.
Yeah, you got 10th pick off lane. Are you the one that says, hell yeah, I want myself some Underlord, or is that kind of the team saying they need a guy like that?
I think with last pick offlaner, because if you pick it earlier, they can ban like a lot of mid heroes and a lot of carry heroes, and we don't get it, you know, and that's why we pick offlane.
Oh,
last pick.
All right.
Yeah. I just want to know. So you spent some time with EG. I assume predominantly speaking English. What's it like to be back speaking your native tongue on a Dota team?
It's more easy to speak on my language, you know, like you can talk in real life. That's in EG, maybe sometimes I don't understand some words, but for now, like it's more easy, you know.
Hey, this other question. I live like 7 minutes from your boot camp. We gonna hang out, dude?
Oh, what? Can you repeat?
I live like 7 minutes from the Na'Vi headquarters. We gonna hang out after the season?
Ramses, I promise you can say no.
You should have shaken your head.
You can tell him no.
Actually, I don't understand the question, but
he says he wants to spend time with you, Ramses. He lives near you.
It's fine. I love Kyle.
All right, I love you, buddy.
All right, fair. Last question. Ramses, you may not have seen it, but Kyle, he did a fist bump. He's very excited. Last question for you. Was there anything that you learned from your time at Evil Geniuses that you're taking over to Na'Vi, or maybe your time in that brief period before Na'Vi?
A lot of things Bulba teach me, like in real life, in Dota, and I just if Bulba says something, I just hear it and do. That's what he learned. I learned from EG. Like he is one of the best coaches in Dota 2. You know.
Yeah, that's very high praise coming for you. Well, thank you so much for having this interview with us. We really appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
See you, buddy.
Bye. More high praise for Bulba.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the life lessons part,
Yeah,
but the Dota lessons, like 100%. Bulba on point.
I've had some really late night conversations with Bulba. I do not know if he would be used as a role model for my little brothers, but in terms of Dota, he doesn't really give too many secrets to me, unfortunately, because EG is really, closed door. But yeah, guy's a genius. Or
I've yet to hear somebody be like, oh man, like Bulba really just, I felt like he had some ideas that were bad or something like that. Every single pro player that seems to have played underneath him has had glowing reviews.
There is a reason why he's coached EG for so long, despite all the haters on Reddit and social media and such. And I will say I learned a little bit from Kyle. He's usually quite a smooth dude, and what it takes to get someone to hang out with you is that they just can't understand you.
That's Kyle's Tinder game to a T.
Low blow. Neither one of you are invited to my house anymore.
But Kyle, what if I lived in Ukraine? What if I was like 5 minutes away from you? We could hang out.
Is there standings or something? We have a schedule. We got a lot of matches tomorrow. You guys won't want to miss those. I won't be here. Wait, shit, I will be.
All right, here it is, the CIS Upper Division. Of course, you already saw the standings earlier today, but maybe if you missed it, here's an updated one where Na'Vi is now 1-1. So, middle of the pack now, unfortunately for Extremum. They have already lost against Windstrike, and now this loss against Na'Vi. I want to say that they've faced up against tough opponents, and I do think Windstrike is going to look good in this upper division, but at the same time, the pool, if Windstrike is really good, and if PuckChamp is actually quite good, it means the CIS pool is getting very deep, and you may get flooded out and knocked down to lower division if you're not careful.
I also don't expect an easy wild card. 3 spots in the last one, and then 7 out of group stage. You need to be top 2, because you go to the wild card, 6 teams, 2 advance, 2 are from China.
Yeah, I was about to say
2 are from Europe. I'd be terrified. Like, not even counting. Didn't Neon come from the wild card?
I believe they did, actually. Yeah, I do.
I don't want to play the Apache. No, thank you. You need some points.
YOLO pod?
Spirit VP teams to beat for sure.
All right, well, then it's all important to be able to get those points, and let's see who has the potential to get those points with the upcoming schedule. That is tomorrow. We do have Winstrike matching up against Unique, and then Virtus Pro has an opportunity against PuckChamp. So we're going to get an opportunity to gauge, once again, the recently promoted lower division teams and see where their strength lies. A little bit unfair, maybe, to compare PuckChamp to Virtus Pro. But
no, that's who they're competing against.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you got to do. That's who you
Don't
got to
count 'em
beat to
out.
make it.
All right, well, as you said, got to get first, got to get second. Can't afford a third place because here at the Eastern European Division, it is killer. And it's getting worse and worse, it seems, as the seasons go on. The teams just keep on getting better. And hopefully this competition will get us some great games. That's going to be it here for ESL One. We'll have more matches tomorrow. Of course, you won't want to miss out on that. But for now, we're going to say goodbye here from ESL One, powered by Intel.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Couldn't fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, Sarah, why you leaving me? You know you can't leave me now. Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Couldn't fill a hole inside me.